what month is it? August.
It's September now, so we got to get this out quick. But this is August news. What the hell happened in BMX in August? And shout out to Dale's, of course, the best beer. This is actually a koozie covering up Crandall's coffee because it's the morning.
It is morning.
We're getting
the earliest I'm pretty sure we've ever filmed a podcast. It's 10 in the morning.
It's up there.
We have Christian Regal.
He's got his Smart Water Dale's.
Dale's Water.
And shout out to Drop In Coffee because this shit's great. Thank you, Crandall.
Crandall subscription, rad share. Just look it up, Drop In Coffee. I subscribe every month, so shout out to him.
Shout out to Dale's. Trying to only drink you at the night. It's too early for a chug right now. But I love that shit.
Shout out to Source for also sponsoring us, and we can roll right into basically tomorrow. I fly to the UK to
the best BMX event of the year,
Battle of Hastings and NORA Cup. So jump right into that as far as highlights stuff.
Christian's never been to a Battle of Hastings.
No. I haven't.
Surprising.
I went to the park when they opened it for our United premiere.
Oh. Damn.
And then I never made it back since.
How crazy is it walking in there for the first time?
It was insane.
Yeah,
like,
it is insane.
The whole, like, you're on like the little sea edge right there, and then you go down underground, and it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, you're like, where is the park? You know, like, are we under the ocean right now?
A lot of cool history too of the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a documentary. They got the best website with all these bike checks and best distro in the game.
And they got the live streams all set up for the weekend, so they kick off on Friday. So they start a little bit early because of the time change, but fortunately they kind of run the event a little bit later. So starting kind of earliest one's about 8 a.m. Kicks off. And so I think Doyle and Trey are running the live stream this year. So it'll always be funny with those dudes. And then Rail Jam, High Air Contest.
They're building all that stuff outside again?
Yeah, I guess.
That's
and
cool.
The weather looks good again. So
nice.
I don't know how they keep getting lucky out there, but there's been years where
I feel like it's higher than 50% average, though, at this point with all the Battle of Hastings. Like some years, there's like the one year I went, it was like a storm coming off the ocean.
Yeah. And
one of the years. And then there was another year that was just like 75 degrees and beautiful.
Last year it was 90. It was ridiculous. It was like the hottest it's ever been.
Way better.
And I've been going there for
raining off the
10
sea.
years basically at this point.
Damn.
So teams, Battle Hastings teams. We got Dovey. I'm not going to list everybody's name. Team Paris, Benagas, and then Team Mills, Team Justice.
Damn, these teams are so stacked.
Dandois. Look at Santee get
You
in
got
there.
You got in there.
That's sick. So we have a Santee podcast, and it hasn't come out yet because I was so busy with NORA Cup. But in the podcast, we're like, somebody gets hurt, just go to Battle of Hastings and just show up and be like, and just let it known that you're available.
Because we're talking about how perfect Santee is for like that skate park. It's street and park.
Yeah.
One hand table straight to like 180 bar over the rail.
He might not be on people's radar, but he's sick and he would kill it.
And somebody, and I guess Lacey got hurt unfortunately, and we're like, hit up. I literally told Dennis, I was like, tell Matthias.
Well, it's crazy because Lacey got hurt and then Matthias got Alex. Because Matthias hit me up.
Oh, Heim.
And I was like, hit up Santiago. And then he already got Alex. I was like, oh, that's a great pick.
Yeah.
But then Alex got hurt.
Fuck, yeah. So
and then Corey Walsh is looking really good there in the corner, too.
Yeah, he looks kind of fucked up right there, honestly.
It looks a little different than the normal Corey I've seen. But come on, Source. You're so dialed and you fucked that one up.
Corey had some 4-peg skills we didn't know about.
Damn. Corey Walsh is now the techest rider in the world.
Team Jones, which is Jude Jones won the qualifying, so then he got to pick his team, which obviously is a stacked team as well. Kaz, which had an amazing edit this month. Stu is like the Source Park like phenom that grew up there,
local lord.
Yeah, and then Jarvis, which is always a weapon there. And sweaty and covered with fireball generally.
The Dustin Dolan of BMX.
Yeah,
young Dustin Dolan.
Team Reynolds, Eddie Baum. Which I think a lot of people aren't familiar with, but I saw a sneak peek of a video that's coming up, and it should be pretty fucking amazing. So, and it's sick to see Antonio out there, Clausen.
Fiend team.
Yeah.
Dude, Clausen's been a bit of a weapon, too. I feel like anything that he shows up at, he's
a
like
jam
the
master.
standout.
He's a sleeper.
He's send him to every jam.
Yeah.
And
he works a full-time job. That's why he looks like a sleeper, but then you send him to a jam.
No, I just mean he's like chilling. Like he's not even like in practice. He's not like sending it or anything like that. And he just fucking gets wild as shit done.
He's really good at riding off jam energy.
Yeah.
The El Cajon Loke, too.
Yep. Me, him, and Bill live in the same street.
That's
really
when we were little kids. Yeah, Shady Lane. We're on a trip talking about where we were born, and we're like in these condos, all apartments like right next to each other. So
you didn't know.
We didn't know. So we're little babies that live next to each other.
I didn't know that part.
Bill was like 9. Yeah, it was crazy. Shout out to the Shady Lane boys. Deep El Cajon.
Something in the water in Shady Lane.
Something weird.
There's definitely something in the El Cajon water.
Not good.
It's working though.
Team Hawk, obviously, all the teams are stacked. So, Battle of Hastings, definitely watch it. Kicking off on Friday. Shout out to Source for all they do, supporting the podcast, especially for us. Being a little selfish. And then
thank you.
Yeah. And then the best weekend in BMX. So after Battle of Hastings finals is NORA Cup, and I don't know how much.
It's after finals.
Battle after finals, yeah. So on Sunday. So it's always a toss up. Like, is it better on Saturday?
I think it's better after all the riders get done, and they can just let loose.
Get loose. So,
yeah, that's sick.
NORA Cup nominees would be officially out by the time this thing came out, but we've been dropping a video per day. Flatland is the last one today. I'm gonna make sure there's no audio, but let's see if they're listed. So for street we have Joe Foley, Jordan Godwin, Killian Roth, Mickey Fleck, and Nathan Williams. And then I think in the Santee podcast, I wish we would have dropped it earlier now because we're referencing things that happened in the past, but I said that one of the categories, it was all new people compared to last year, and this is it didn't actually pan out that way. Because
Jordan
won
last year.
Yeah. So, but still,
Almost.
It's cool the turnover in street. Like usually I feel like it takes like a year or two for people to like work into it. And, somebody like Joe Foley just fucking like leapfrogged in there. Because
I feel like this year, isn't he involved in like 3 different forms of nominations? Yeah. That's pretty insane.
Yeah. It's because I feel like this is the first year, like COVID's been over, but now it's like trip. And Joe was one of those guys who like took advantage of the real world being back.
Any picks, anything like that? Obviously, I have to abstain from any call outs. Who you voted for? Did you vote? I can't remember.
I did vote.
Yeah.
Just looking at Corey Walsh, I remember when I watched that video, I was like, I'd never been so mind blown by like transition based riding.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm partial to street, but like always had an appreciation for crazy transition stuff, and Corey got my vote for that with that part.
What about for street?
For street, I had to put Nathan.
Yeah.
Like
what about you, Dennis?
All those picks were sick, and I think it's going to be between could be anyone really, but Mickey put out so much stuff this year.
Yeah.
And I voted for Killian right above Mickey just because Killian really changed the game. Not that any of those other guys didn't, but Killian, that rail ride and everything he was involved in, he's just really doing it.
Yeah, he puts a stamp on anything.
That one was really hard, but I voted Killian.
Cool. So for transition is Walsh, Jose Torres, Josh Dove, Kevin Peraza, and Tom Justice. Obviously, cool to see Justice in there.
It is.
Yeah,
and Jose, but of course, you win the Olympics, you're probably going to get a nomination.
Yeah. So tough one for sure. I always feel like the transition one is always like the hardest one because there's such different styles.
Well, it's hard too because like, what are you voting on? Like, okay, if someone put out like 4 or 5 parts, that's insane. But then also like you could also do one that's just so mind blowing that could also have as much impression on someone. So it's so hard to pick. Like you look at the list after the votes go out and you're like, fuck, like how do I break this down? Like.
That's why it's cool. It's voted on with all the pros, and the way I try and just like not think too hard about it. Like who really was my favorite transition rider this year? Boom.
I mean, if you watch that video, it's like you have Corey Walsh, who you talked about, and it's like all pools and kind of street transitions and stuff, and then you have Jose Torres, who is like it's all X Games and Olympics because that was his sole focus this year. And it's like
Kevin, who every time he steps on his pedals is like, whoa.
He's doing a wall ride on a board on a tiny mini ramp.
I picked Kevin because the amount of accomplishments he had throughout the year, the amount of edits he was in, the amount of edits he put out. To me, Kevin did the most and did it at the highest level.
Yeah, incredible. Obviously,
I could agree with that.
Another one that was. Like you said, transition is probably the hardest to pick.
It is. To me, it's the hardest one, and I feel like it's the one that gets people like fired up the most because it's such different styles. Like street is street, But imagine we had like, I don't know, like old X Games style street stuff or something where it's like it doesn't necessarily count.
The transition one, like back to Corey too, like it's for him to go out and find these spots for him to be able to ride and do that kind of stuff is like a whole other level of like being an amazing transition rider. It's like, I mean, not to knock anyone else down, but you can go to any skate park and do crazy stuff, but like pretty sick to see. Like it looks like he seeks out these spots all over the country and like,
and even
makes
his
sure to
street
get to
riding
the
is
world.
going to be really transition. It's street riding. He finds transitions in the street or brings a ramp around.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
it's his street riding is transition riding technically.
I found some like random like viral video or something like that of some crazy like satellite bowl type thing, and it was in like Eastern Europe.
Not the one in Mexico that you
not
rode,
the one
'cause
in
that
Mexico,
one was
but
insane.
this one is looks just about as big. And I sent it to Corey, and I was like, if you are planning to go to this, I guarantee, I was like, I'm sure I'm not the first one to send this, or you already know. If you are planning to go to this, please try and include me. And he's like, the fucking internet ruins everything. And he sent me the coordinates to it. Like he had it, but now it's out. Yeah, and it was like, that's his life. Like that is like these destination bowl things. Are
I was just
like
with Gregson,
insane.
and he's like, Corey's trying to get me to go to somewhere in Korea, and I was like, why? And he showed me the video of the spot he's trying to go to. I was like, you might have to go. Just one spot, it's worth it.
Fuck.
Breaking news: Dirt Ron just got a bike, and he's riding again, which is awesome.
A BMX bike.
Yep.
Nice.
Wong just got him. They got him a Haro with the bash guard and stuff, and he's super stoked.
Front brakes, I hope.
He's doing a candy bar at the Oceanside Park right now. Dirt Ron, shout out.
Another San Diego ledge.
Yeah.
That's sick.
He must be living here again.
Is he?
Look at his bike. So sick.
He looks like Blyther. He does.
Yo.
Yeah. Breaking news: Dirt Ron is riding. Hell yeah.
So video of the year, Encourage 2, Mixtape from BSD, Project X, 30 from Kink, and Zones from Endless.
The last four were the obvious ones that are going to be tough to pick from, and
Yeah.
it's cool to see the first one get nominated because
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
Really sick.
I think I always... I'm trying to choose my words without like giving stuff away, but like stuff like Encouraged getting in there versus like the Malice video, or there's a couple other full lengths where they're traditional bike riding videos where people vote and they're like, all right, well, these are the best traditional bike riding videos, and then you get a small group of people that are like, I resonated with something that was like non-traditional.
They want something with more substance.
Exactly.
It's like they see crazy riding every day, and something that has like a real story to it makes you feel some type of way. Hits a lot of people.
Yeah. And then so that's how a video like Encourage 2 gets in there, because there are those people that resonate with stuff and they're looking for something non-traditional, and they vote for that.
Even Project X too isn't traditional.
No, not traditional, but I think it was like
Encourage is
celebrated in a lot of ways. You know?
Oh man, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's
like
a cool
Zones,
mix.
30, and BSD are all like your sick normal BMX videos.
Yeah.
And Project X is a little different, and then Encourage is like a documentary.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Cool to see some different
super
stuff
cool.
get in there.
Yeah, super cool. And then if you guys want to share your votes, you can.
30.
30.
I was super.
Oh wait,
hyped.
never mind. Zones, I forgot.
Yeah,
it was
Zones.
close between both those, but Zones got.
I did the same. Like I watched both of them, obviously, but the way that I felt after watching Zones, I was like, "Fuck!" Like this was sick, and I would have happily paid good money for a video like that too. Like I thought those boys killed it, and
Those
it's
are
sick
really
to see,
close
like
for me, but
crew
Zones got
video.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say 30 right off my chest because I remember being like 30, and then Zones came out, and I was like, "Ooh, that was really fucking sick too." And the BSD mixtape.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things.
It's good when it's good years when they're all like, I could see it going anyway. Every one of these categories.
Women's rider, Anahi Valentina, Bethany Hedrick, Dang Yewin, Natalia Diem, Paris Benegas.
I think Anahi's got it. She went crazy.
She did.
But I got a theory. Anytime their name is first, they usually don't get it.
Really? Well,
sometimes it's happened.
We
usually
generally run them just alphabetical. They're always all of them. The video runs generally alphabetical, unless there was something like, because the last. This is completely like boring, but if Vish cut together the reel, so I tell him like, hey, leave 15 seconds a song on one. Like there was like one category that he messed up and he put it on a different one, or he didn't do it, or something like that. So then I'll put it on. It'll be a little bit out of order.
Yeah.
Or if they're like in Flatland, the one that's coming out
just
today, there's you category and you shoji. And so I put them out of order. I put somebody in between them because just so their names weren't like too close to each other.
Okay.
You know, but generally just run it alphabetical. So there's no secret because I know there's some like sort of subconscious thing that people try and read into. I'm like, let's just go alphabetical.
That's smart.
No bullshit. Like
Yeah,
it is.
I always thought if your name was first, you're not going to win. I always thought.
Dude, you want a shitload of your name's probably first.
I've only seen, I remember it happened one time and I was like, oh shit, the first name won. Not for me, but someone else. I was like, damn, they threw that in there to fuck with me.
But yeah, I mean, Bethany had an amazing video part.
Yeah.
Like, you know, definitely the strongest, most legit video part of all the ladies. She, Dang Yuen, won the Olympics. Natalia and Paris both podiumed in Olympics. Got, I think, podiumed at X Games as well. Both overcame like crazy knee injuries this year. They have a very similar kind of story. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. And you guys didn't get to vote on that one, huh?
No.
Which yeah, we need to maybe we'll sort that out. I just always felt like it was like when freestylers voted for Flatland, they'd be like,
I know what you're saying.
It was always DeGroot. And then the freestyle vote became for Matthias because he was like a crossover, and he was like, he's the sickest Flatlander because he can do a rail.
But the ladies vote for the guys, right?
Some of them do, yeah. Like the
ones that are in
the ones
in
that
the
are
mix.
like really.
That's where
like,
it's tough. Like
so,
if you're not paying attention, then yeah, it's like
because like how many dudes are gonna know about Bethany's edit? Maybe you know that just dropped in.
And
the
if
last
you have to
month.
like hit someone up to ask who to vote
hopefully,
for.
hopefully,
If you're paying attention to BMX, you do.
I think a lot of dudes would, but I think it's also it's the peers. Also, like it's like that's their group, and so it means more maybe.
No, I think they see the progression. They're out there with them every day. Like,
that's one thing I noticed too. Hanging out with Bia from Bloom, she doesn't know anything about men's side. She knows nothing about men's BMX at all. Like, which is pretty. She's like, I think she asked me what a trick was called one time, and I was like, "What do you mean? You don't know?"
Because she's just in the women's field.
Because women, she's like, women don't do that trick. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's pretty crazy how
they're
like,
a little
to be
bubble.
submerged in your own thing.
Yeah. Trail Rider of the Year, again, a different one. In the sense that this is like its own list, and it's not necessarily.
Damn, look at that jump.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like about riding. It's about like,
I'd like to hope it's community. Like who's out there digging every day, building cool stuff, like getting people out to the spot.
This one's more of a package deal.
Yeah. So Andy Schwartz, Keith Terra, Lucas Hallahan, and Nathan Hallahan. I think it was the first time I've ever had two brothers in there, and then Nathan Saunders, better known as Mean Horse. So.
Keith's got to be up there for age of nominations, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking sick.
J-Bone
definitely
a little bit older.
Yeah, he was maybe. Well, there's the dude. Oh man, I'm gonna blow it now. I need to go NORA Cup history list. It was the Japanese dude that won. That he was like 50. Jay Hamilton, Potosny. Where is he? Satoshi and the crawfish. So, he was just fucking badass dude in Japan, and he traveled the world. He's up there, but let's see, he's sick.
Doyle's sending it at the trails again. He might be working up towards another nomination.
Like he got sent.
Hugging trees out there.
Doesn't say how old he is.
No, let's see. I was gonna give him some love first. But he just rips. How old is he? 49. Yeah.
Dude, if I could make it through a set of proper BMX jumps when I'm anywhere near the age of 40 to 50, I would be hyped.
Yeah.
Let alone a nomination. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just...
Manual and Burns.
Let's see. So, whoops. Yeah, and if anybody's curious, this NORA Cup history document is pretty cool. So, literally every winner since in the modern era of it since 97, 98. So
mid school on.
Yeah. So
sick.
Whoops, wrong one. Lost my tab. Trail Reader's Choice. So this is the one that's voted on by the public.
How many people vote?
I think it was like 5,000. It was 5,000. You know, like, and I had to cut maybe, you know, some votes. Like I run the IPs and kind of let them vote once a day, so it's like a little bit of data entry on the back end. But yeah, I just let people vote once a day for whoever. I think that's like a fair way to do it. Yeah, one vote a day is generally what I accept, and you know, I'm sure there's some little workaround, but I do pay attention to, like, because it gives me all of the data, like way too much data. So I took an Excel class in college. I was really helped out.
That's cool that many people get involved, though.
Yeah. So George, how do you say George's last name? Entavio. And
I say George from Greece.
Yeah, George N. George Full Pipe.
Cool to see him get nominated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the dude. Like gap into the full pipe and then looped around.
Yeah.
Sick.
Probably did the craziest thing all year.
Definitely the trick.
Up there with Killian's rail ride though.
Yeah.
That rail ride was pretty game changing. 30-stair rail ride.
Joe Foley, Joe Jarvis, Killian Roth, Mickey Flex. Notice the alphabeticalness.
Yes, I see it now. This one, I don't know who's gonna win this one.
And that's
I think it'd be another one between Mickey and Killian.
Could be, yeah.
The Mickey putting out all those parts that were all good it's going to be hard to beat.
He's been he's a
machine.
4 years running of putting out.
Is he from Argentina?
Brazil.
Okay, so I was say, like, if he's from Argentina, just the fan base alone out there could do
true.
it, because they're the most diehard fans I've ever
Brazil
seen.
too, though.
Did you notice? Maybe I said this already, but going back to Jose Torres, that Jose Torres jumped up like 200,000 Instagram followers per day for several days after the Olympics.
That's insane.
That is insane.
Yeah.
So this soccer player tagged him or posted something, and he has the most followers in the world.
Yeah.
So that's got to help a little bit.
Messi? Was it Messi?
Oh, yeah. Messi?
Yeah, because it was like...
That's quite a cosign.
Yeah.
200,000 a day?
A day, yeah.
How many followers does he have?
I'd love to know what he started with and where he's at now. That's insane.
The technology exists.
Yeah.
What, you can look up other people's analytics?
Well, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but...
I always wondered, like, how that translates to, like, normal humans watching the Olympics and seeing BMX, and, like, do they actually be like, this is cool, I'm going to follow.
Maligno BMX.
It says, like, almost 700,000. That's insane. Yeah, he probably had, like, 100 and maybe, like, around 100.
Oh, jeez.
Blew up. You can win the Olympics and blew up. Daniel Dares did the same thing when he got his podium.
Dares blew up, too. That's why I looked. Oh. I mean, you could see the spike.
Wow. Bam.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, it looks like
that's what you get for being a badass.
600,000 followers. So good for him.
Yes,
bit of a come up.
Yeah. So back on subject. We don't know. We don't know who's going to win. I do know who's going to win, but video part of the year. This. Congratulations, by the way.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, and congratulations to both of you for being in this category, actually. So you guys are now enemies.
We're competing. We are competing until the battle.
I think we've competed before, and it wasn't a competition because I knew where it was going. But to be in the same group as those guys is pretty insane. I'm stoked for Demo. Like, it's just cool to see, like, all his hard work, like, being well received, especially with it not fully being out yet.
Yeah,
so it's cool that people like took the time to check it out and appreciate it. So
it was like the video came out in the votes, basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't out online yet, and you gave everybody the link.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was.
Yeah, we did a link for it,
and I try. And this isn't like, for people watching, this isn't like a friend deal either. Like, if anybody wants to hit like Issa from Endless was like, hey, when is voting? You know, a month earlier was like, hey, when are you going to do voting?
Yeah, there's a smart time to drop it. You know, it's like if you put out a video right after NORA Cup, like, there's a great chance that once that ballot comes around next year, like, wait a second, was that video last year? Was that this year? Like, it's hard. So it's like, if you can manage it, it is good to have it out in time for that. So it's cool to make it work.
And it's not like a friend hookup thing. I try and do it for anybody that is like, cares about this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
If you're going to spend all that time and energy on a project, why not make the most of it and give it a fair shot at the biggest?
There was a password protected for Project X. There was password protected for Project Spoke. There was an early, I think There was an early release for this year, you know.
Fast and Loose had it for their video like a year or two ago.
Exactly.
Also, like
So it's I try and make sure that above anything that like NORA Cup like voting is like everybody has an equal shake at it, and it is like above reproach for like the talking shit.
No,
gallery,
it's a good way to do it. Everyone deserves a shot. So it's cool that you guys do that.
Joe Foley again.
Yeah, Joe Foley.
Good year. And Killian's nominated for 3 things.
And Nathan, obviously. So definitely a heavy one.
Dude, if Nathan puts out a part in a year, he's like...
it's going to get it.
Yeah, it's like... Gosh, I don't know how... He shows no signs of slowing down either.
Nope. The man's not like... I mean... priming, like getting better and better and better. And what is it, like 34, 35? That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I think
like
he's 30,
BMX street
35.
riders are like in their prime at 35 now. It's amazing. And he's like more into health than he's ever been, it seems like, taking care of himself.
And he just like, he keeps doing gnarly shit, but he just changes his types of setups and the things he's doing. But he's like, in no way.
And DeMarcus.
Like,
2 guys, like he's up in the, you know, he's up there too in the 30s, right?
Well, dude, DeMarcus' career started at like 28 or 29.
That's true.
It's very uncommon in BMX that like you're getting your first paycheck as a pro. Like
he's so healthy
at that
and so
age.
talented, just getting better and better, putting out his best video part to date at 2024.
Yeah.
BMX is alive and well in many
aspects.
It is.
Flatland is not out. Let's see if Albert probably hasn't built the post yet. It is off the top of my head.
Oh, you didn't? That's the last one to come out?
Yeah, Jean-William Prevost, better known as Dub, Matthias Dandois, Yu Katagiri, Yu Shoji, and Kyo Hayakawa. So Yu Katagiri won last year. Kyo won 2 years in a row before that, as far as I remember. And then I believe Dub won before that. So it's all the same, not necessarily the same, but the previous winner is a heavy group for sure. So
was Flatland in the Olympics this year?
No, I think they're
what changed?
I think they're priming it for next.
Wasn't it in there last year?
No.
Oh, the last 4 years ago. Whatever.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't in there.
Gotcha.
Seems like a very good event for the Olympics. You just set up a little platform.
Yeah, and it's like
everyone loves watching it. You don't even have to understand it.
I've heard multiple times that like the burden of entry for Flatland and doing the event, it's so easy that's like one of the greatest things for it. You know, like the
overhead.
There's always that story of like
not much.
Terry Adams for Red Bull back in the day, that like one of his greatest things was that he just went and did college shows.
Oh yeah,
he would just go to a college, ride, and be like, "You want some Red Bull?" And he would just get people around and have a Red Bull hat on and would give out some Red Bull, and that was it. Could do it anywhere.
I've never had so much success filming in the streets at spots that you'd never ever get clips at, because I'm with Matthias, and the second he does some Flatland, the people are like, okay, cool, you guys are good. Yeah. They're like, hey, we're like jumping over this fence in a construction site or whatever, and they're like, oh no, like you guys are fine, you're not going to do anything. Like, Flatland will blow anyone's mind, and they should be getting all the love, because it's the hardest thing you could do on a BMX bike, I feel like. Definitely. The most dedicated, like time consuming.
Since we mentioned Olympics, I do have this in here. Olympics 2028.
LA?
Yeah. So LA.
Where'd they find all that green?
They're gonna make it. Spray paint, Home Depot. BMX racing and BMX freestyle competitions at Sepulveda Basin Recreation Area. So I would assume the only thing I know about Sepulveda is the Sepulveda Dam, which is a great spot, and also in like the Bourne Supremacy or something, in Car Chase. But yeah, looks pretty crazy that they already like have this laid out and all that stuff.
It's pretty weird though, because that's that's skate. Those are the skate parks, the skateboarding, because that's cement. They don't have street or cement, so it's a little weird.
It is definitely a little bit.
The
off,
mock-up's a little off, because where's the BMX park course?
Also marked for skateboarding park and street, so I don't think they have the park course.
Yeah,
visually
have to add
here,
another park course in there.
So
maybe they'll have it in the ditch. They'll have it in the ditch.
That'd be Imagine that's the roll-in, the Sepulveda Dam.
Dude.
That'd be cool to incorporate it into the real ditch.
The streetest park contest ever.
But yeah, it's crazy that it's crazy the Olympics are going to be here in 28.
Yeah.
And then they already have this shit penciled out and planned out 4 years in advance. So Pretty crazy.
So what now? All the teams just start going hard and pick up, like you like soak up your win for a second, and then it's like, all right, we got 4 years to the next one.
I think it all starts picking up in like those last couple years.
Yeah.
It
gets close.
It seems like that's what kind of goes on.
Yeah. You should actually grab the posters too, by the way, since we talked about.
Oh,
the
yeah.
part. Yeah. I don't know if we.
Some in due time posters.
Yeah, we haven't put these out yet at all, but just a photo that we shot like.
Is this a suitable place?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing with those?
I think we'll just sell them. I don't know. I think we
Should
got
have
like
DeMarcus sign 'em.
$8 or $10
Christian.
shipped or something like that, and then I'll throw like 4 or 5 in there too. Like so, it's not like.
It's an amazing.
You
photo.
know, so it's worth it at least.
Totally.
So.
And shout out to All Day.
Yeah.
Their contribution to our project is
All Day BMX shop.
this poster. And yeah, dude, it's nice to see. I was telling Fudge earlier, it's nice to see something in print of this size where you could truly appreciate how absolutely insane it is instead of scrolling by Instagram and trying to figure out how big a 22 stair Smith looks like.
Yes.
Pinching. And, yeah. So, yeah. And that clip is incredible, obviously. And then, we should get those on the shop. Maybe it's hard because I'm leaving for a week, so I wasn't sure what to do, but they'll be out soon. And then, so we did Olympics, and now, some disheartening news is Josh Nensda passed away.
This dude, such a legend. The 450 to ice.
Dude, that's one of the most fucking sickest clips ever.
Yes. Never seen it done again that proper on anything that big.
No.
Dude.
Little Things. I've seen it on Little Things.
Dude, hard way.
Bam. Look how good that guy is.
That's insane.
So condolences to his friends and family. I don't really know any details.
Even the 270 over ice gets overlooked.
I feel like I heard it was a motorcycle or something.
Damn.
Fuck.
Never met him, but
Yeah.
goddamn, these clips are insane.
R.I.P. to a legend.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Obviously, he had a bunch of video parts.
Yeah,
and a
someone
bunch
needs
of
to make
clips.
like a sick
Yeah.
compilation part.
That'd be
I
amazing.
want to watch that. R.I.P.
And then obviously this all turned out good.
Yes,
in the end, thankfully.
That was scary.
I don't. Oh, this is a Daily Mail ad. What? Who put that in there? Daily Mail. We'll do the GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe was cool to see because Alex is one of the best humans anyone could ever meet. And as soon as I went to donate, he already had his he already met it.
Met his goal.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Like within no time, it just shows how good of a human he is. And the GoFundMe was to get his family out there because he was by himself. Everyone had already left.
Yep.
In Estonia, and he was still
Waking up in a foreign country. Yeah. So definitely scary.
He's doing good. I was worried.
It was one of those ones where we didn't hear much, and then obviously pretty unheard of. I feel like for an event to just, hey, we're done riding bikes today. You know, like shout out to Simple Session because like I thought that was like a classy move for them to just be like, hey, that was crazy.
You can't just.
I don't
move
feel like
on
holding a
from something.
contest anymore. You don't feel like riding in a contest. Let's just come back tomorrow and get it there. And then obviously from us being not present, and even Grant was out there filming it for us, and I was like, what's the deal with Alex? He's like, dude, I don't know. So it was pretty scary, and then obviously it just fortunately it was one of those ones that it turned out okay. So
we
Alex,
needed that.
Yeah.
Alex
Love that dude. So good to see. He's gonna make a full recovery in no time.
Alex has been posting. Look at him. So great to see. Obviously, he's made a statement, posted a couple clips, and has been doing stories and stuff like that. I believe he's checked out of the hospital now, but he's still in Estonia because they haven't cleared him to get on a plane. Which obviously like pressures and blood.
Yeah, you don't want to fly that elevation when you've got anything going on like that.
So great
One of the
to
best
see.
to ever do it.
Yeah.
Follow Alex Heim. He's so goddamn good.
And then obviously, if you want the link to his GoFundMe will be in there. Obviously, it's never required, but always appreciated. I'm sure whatever's going on the back end is not easy, and I don't know the status of Estonian healthcare system, but I'm sure money will be owed here or there.
Yeah,
so,
anything helps.
Logan Martin's getting rid of closing off his backyard ramps. I think he explains it.
The time has come. Logan Land is coming down. I'm taking the skate park down. I don't actually ride out here too much anymore with the hot box and the big outdoor skate park that we have. most of my time is spent out there, so we don't spend much time here anymore. I originally built this because I didn't have a training facility, so I built it to have that training facility, but now, you know, we have them on the Gold Coast. So the time has come, the skate park's coming down. If you guys want to buy the skate park, buy the skate light, buy some of the ramps, whatever.
That's it, basically. But nothing bad, but still pretty...
It's pretty sick how many good training facilities he has now since he's built that.
Yeah, what a...
Like, I don't even need this.
Yeah.
I'll turn this into a basketball court for my kids or something. Like, I got so much places to ride. They have so many good spots.
I was trying to... He's had so many wild... I remember watching... I think we talked about it on here, but he did that transfer across that big-ass quarter.
Ugh.
Was that his opposite quad whip?
I think it was.
That's a small box, too, to be doing that many whips.
Just look at Logan's house in the background. Good to see him fucking crushing it.
Yeah, he's got to be one of the most successful park riders, modern park riders.
Chilling.
Jesus.
Dude, it looks so chill. So, yeah, he's chilling. Look at that thing.
Blue car.
Look at this cool blue car I found somewhere. Oh, it's at my house. But shout out to Logan, and then I thought I had something.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he builds there because he's got something cool planned for the family.
True, yeah.
He's got so many nice places to ride. And Clint got rid of this stuff.
Oh yeah, I've been wondering what was
Yeah.
going on with this. I saw him like relocating to Austin, but it seemed like he had a bit of a like, isn't the bowl there and everything?
I
like,
think the bowl's gone. That's what I wrote
It
in
looks like he's good at tearing shit down.
I mean, fuck,
Yeah.
He's good at building it. He can
build
tear
it for
down.
years. You could tear it down in a week. It's crazy.
So this is obviously building the bowl stuff, just a little homage or whatever. But yeah,
But the
I think
pump track,
I think
man.
all that stuff is gone. So
Because wasn't it at his like chick's like parents' property or something?
I
The
think
bowl.
so. Yeah.
I think all this stuff. I don't know whose house it was, but
Yeah, not
It
too
was
much
all in the same
details, but it
compound.
looks like it's probably gone. So
Crazy.
Definitely a bummer. Hard to see that stuff, but
it's cool to see him moving back to Austin, though.
yeah. So
Just as far as like, I'm sure he'll blow that trail scene up even more than it already is.
yeah. And then
Maybe he'll get a compound because there's some land out there too, outside of Austin.
Yeah, I feel like the days of like the private setups in Austin, like it's Chase's spot now, but there's like no more T1 ramp and like I don't know, it
It'd be
seems
cool
like
to
they
see
could
Clint do
use
something like that.
Yeah, use something new.
Yeah, I wonder if that exists, like as manager, just because property values and stuff like that is like shot up so much.
Yeah,
like
it's like-
you see that this
It's still different than here, though. You can like be right outside of town and get so much land.
sums it up pretty well. I thought. I don't know where it is. Oh, right here. So it's like a photo from 2010, the skyline, and then
Wow.
yeah. So I think
Crazy.
it's like a
14 years later.
I mean, I always remember
Yeah.
reading that Austin was like one of the most moved to cities in the world. And if you
Yeah.
ever drove around there, you could tell there's way too many humans for the roads and the way the
Yeah,
freeways are
yeah,
designed
traffic
there.
is
It's like
miserable.
the most poorly designed roads ever.
There's a bunch of people flooded in before they had extra freeways. So Portland's kind of like that too. They don't have
And
enough freeways to move around fast.
but more disheartening news. Hopefully, it has a good one. This is a little bit.
Fucking weird. One of the weirdest videos you're probably going to watch. I'm one of the weirdest ones I'm ever going to have to make. But I fucking, not been well for a little while. Ended up in hospital for 2 weeks. So it all started feeling like, I don't know, well, just started being sick and like couldn't keep any food down. And then I was pissing like Coca-Cola colour. And then one morning I had a shit and it was like this grey, white,
Fucking
weird
insane.
colour. Freaked me out so much I didn't even get a photo of it. It was like weird. So yeah, long story short, ended up at A&E hospital. They did blood tests, told me that there's something wrong with my liver. Come back in a couple of days. They get in touch with me and need a CT scan. So that was on a Friday. Went in on the Tuesday for the CT scan in the morning on my motorbike. Just popped in there, had the scan. They come back and said, yeah, you
Rode the
got
bike to the hospital.
you think you got a clot on your liver, so we're gonna have to keep you in. Like, sweet. So I quickly rode home on the motorbike, got a laptop, got some clothes, toothbrush for the hospital. Anyway, a day later, they do some other tests, some scans, all my bloods and everything, and basically tell me that I got liver cancer. And then I'm like, all right, cool. They're like, yeah, well, you might have to go off to this other hospital in Guildford, far away, to get it sorted. So I'm like, all right, cool. Anyway, and then, but we still need to do an MRI and things like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Is what it is. Then, then had a next day, something. Yeah, I think one of the nurses or something said something, and they, in my notes, it said that I had pancreatic cancer. I'm like, but yesterday they told me I had liver cancer. Today it's pancreatic, and they're like, yeah, well, that's what it says and everything. And anyway, then I needed an MRI scan. The Macmillan people come and visit me, and then and then I think another day later they say that I've got cancer of the bile duct, they think. So, and then so it took like a little while to diagnose it, really. And then but basically, so what I do have is I've got bile duct cancer, and it is super rare and super hard to detect. Of course, I've got that one. And so it's hard to detect, super rare, and that's why they've misdiagnosed it about 3 or 4 times, and it's taken like nearly a week now to sort this out, get to this stage. In this time, I'm still being sick, I'm still not eating, I'm only really having smoothies. It's like, and then my ward was like, the hospital, like, they were amazing, but you're just in there with like the craziest patients. I'm having no sleep. It's just not a place to heal. Anyway, then on the Friday, which was a week ago today, I had a surgery where they went in with like a big needle in, and they like cleared like the ducts in my liver, where sort of like the cancer is, like swept the ducts, that's what they called it. And then also they put this stint in the bile duct. They put a stint in to clear that because that was blocked. That was what was making me like have the weird poo and the piss, because I was like jaundiced, like yellow. All the whites of my eyes were yellow. So I was like mega jaundiced. And then, so they did this surgery where he went in. The dude was like so awesome. He didn't really want to do it. He was a bit worried. He'd already spoke to the experts in the other hospital miles away in Guildford. But he sort of said to me, like, I think I can do it. And I'm like, dude, just, like, if we're having this conversation, get in there, get on with it. And, like, he pulled it off. And then the next day, Saturday, fucking, like, I was feeling a bit better, just really sore, because it was really intrusive, the surgery. You're not asleep, but, like, anyway. And then, I had a piss, and it was clear. And I was like, whoa. And then I tried to force a poo out, and it was brown. And I was like, wow, that's good.
Wow.
So anyway,
and
then they just kept me in for like another week, just to check, make sure. Well, no, actually, they kicked me out a couple of days after I'd had surgery, and I was all good, really. So I've been home, I think, 4 days now. But really, I just need to tell everyone what's going on and stop all the rumours, like, that have been going along, that I've only got 2 months to live or whatever. Like, I've already seeking like alternative treatments. I'm going to be all right, I think. Who knows? We don't really know. But also, like, the Macmillan people did tell me that, like, I forced it out of them. Like how many people do you know have had this? And she told me that in the 5 years that only 2 people she knew of have had it, and one lasted 2 months and one lasted 9 months. But then we don't know how old they were, what state they were in, or what. But they weren't me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And like, if you see me now, I've been eating good, eating good, but like just eating, which is like amazing. I've lost quite a bit of weight, but I'm fine. And like, you wouldn't even think there's anything wrong with me. Like, it is nuts. And also, like, if they'd have said I had lung cancer or skin cancer, then fair enough, man. Like, I smoked, fucking sitting in the sun all the time. I love it. Like, it would sit a bit better. But this one, it's just so random. Roll of the fucking dice. So, and yeah, story of my life. Shit luck. But yeah, and also no fucking. I don't want any fucking sympathy. None of that fucking bullshit. All I want really is if you fucking know someone or something that's had some fucking alternative shit that's like fucking worked, because of all the pharmaceutical companies just fucking lie to us about all of this shit. So, and I don't really want to have chemo because I'm going to lose my hair, and then fucking hell, I don't think I've got the head for that. That would be a nightmare. So, but that, I guess that's last chance. But also, I don't really know what's going on because they've only just taken a biopsy of the cancer, and that's going to take 2 to 3 weeks to find out. I guess they put it in a petri dish, see how aggressive it is and whatnot, and then they'll have a big meeting and come back to me with a game plan. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. So, but other than that, I'm fucking good. Feel really good at the minute. So, but it sucks making this. But anyway, fuck it. But yeah, please don't fucking be all soft and shit. It sucks. There's no need for it. Fuck.
What a badass.
Yeah, Fidge, you'll be fine.
So
send the man some advice if you know any, because he's right. Like, the pharmaceutical people can make you sicker. You gotta,
yeah.
And they can fuck with your head too, like thinking that there's only one way to do it or whatever. Like, there's plenty of alternatives for everything that happens nowadays. So fuck.
It's all guess. I mean, it's guesswork. It's educated guesswork, but it's the same for fucking everything else. So
it'll be good.
Shout out to Fids.
Send him some advice if you have any.
Fucking legend in his own right, and just his whole mentality with that stuff is admirable for sure. So
sending my best to Fids and his family and friends. He's got this shit.
And then the story that Creasy told me was that like Fids was helping with the source remodel, like helping Watts rebuild the bowl and all that stuff. And it was
I seen he was tagged in the building of the quarter pipe.
He was like complaining. He was like, I get, Fids probably doesn't ever complain. he's like, fuck, my stomach hurts. And then he goes back and spends 12 days in the hospital and has cancer. Damn. It was like fucking crazy. So, all right. Mira Memorial at JC Park. I didn't say the breakdown that we normally do, so we haven't even left the news portion yet. But news, events that happen, events that are coming, videos, and Instagram. So very busy month as it tends to be. But a Dave Mira Memorial, so a tongue twister, went up at the JC Park in North Carolina, or in Greenville, North Carolina, which is like Mira's home park essentially, built by Mike Laird.
That's sick.
So super cool to see them honor Dave. It seems like you're almost surprised that it didn't happen earlier, but it's good that it.
I'm sure it takes some time to do it right. Like you don't want to half-ass that. So it's cool that they made that happen, and everyone that ever goes to that park should know that was Mira's fucking stomping grounds. Besides
this Instagram post, Kramer went out there and.
Amazing to see how many people are here in support of Dave Mira after all these years. His legacy lives on. It's amazing to be a part of this right now. So I'm going to film as much as I can for you all, so you guys can experience it as well. So should start any second now.
Thank you again for coming, and I know he's everybody's friend. He's my brother. Now I want to introduce 2016 Hall of Fame video. Thank you.
But a cool ceremony all around. So
rad.
But the videos, it runs through the whole thing. Some riding of the JC Park, history with like Lee Ramsdale about the apartment that they lived in, and just like random bits and of information and stuff like that. So definitely worth the watch of the full video.
That's cool. They did that.
Gaspar ruptured his spleen. I guess this is kind of injury zone stuff, but seemed like it was pretty scary. The Instagram translator is pretty rough at points, but he's going to be okay overall. But just one of those ones where going back to what we just said, he went to the doctor and was like, yeah, I think I'm hurt, like pretty bad. And the doctor just sent him home.
Dude.
So so he went home for 5 hours, and his girlfriend got home and looked at him and was like, you need to go back to the fucking hospital. And they call an ambulance. So it's that sort of thing. Like doctors are really, really smart, but they do make mistakes.
They're just humans.
So, yeah.
Dude, if you're in another country too, like similar to what happened to him, I was with Rob Wise in Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
Savage crash, went to the doctor. They're like, oh, you're fine, let him go. And when he was flying home, some dude on the plane had a heart attack, and they stopped the plane on the runway to take that dude off. And Rob was like, hey, like, I think I need to get off the plane too. Like, oh, we can't take you off the plane. He's like, and he showed him the crash clip, and they're like, oh God, we got to get this guy out of here. GT got him a limo to the hospital, and he ruptured his spleen. And the doctor said if he would have went on that next flight, there's a good chance he would have died because like the elevation and the internal bleeding and everything. So it's like, if you feel funny, if your insides feel off, go get looked at and make sure you get an MRI, because the doctors literally checked him out and sent him out and said you're good to go. And like,
it goes back
advice.
What Benny said too. It was like, because people like us are used to the pain and the suffering.
I'll be
like,
fine.
Yeah,
like,
you just like tough it out, and so a doctor sees you and you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, I think I like ruptured something, or I like don't feel right. They're like looking at you and they're like, you're fine, because you're not acting like a person normally would.
Yeah,
if they rupture their spleen. So
don't sugarcoat any internal feelings, because doctors are quick to brush you off. Like,
be soft about that.
Yeah.
Fitz don't want you to be soft about his cancer, but be soft about your own internal things, because you could die from that shit. Because we're all a little too tough for the internal stuff. It's hard to figure out what it is.
Yeah, if it feels funny inside, fuck, get an MRI. Like,
yeah.
And Gaspar, if you are seeing this, I'm having a flashback to the Gas Man Lives thing, where when he ruptured his spleen or lost his spleen, and then he didn't get that vaccination afterwards, and he got that sepsis and lost both his arms and both his legs.
Oh God.
So get that vaccination, because I don't know if I ever talked about it, but Brian Foster, and the Foster brothers emailed me and was like, hey, I watched that segment. I lost my spleen years ago and I never got that vaccination. And I just want to thank you. Because I went and I'm going to go get it, because I had no idea that existed.
Yeah.
And
what podcast did we talk about that?
It was a news podcast. It was the Gas Man.
Oh, yep,
the
yep,
Gas
yep,
Man
yep.
Lives.
Yep,
like,
I remember talking about that.
Yeah, so I meant to bring that up, so I'm glad this dude, I mean, fucking
no arms, no legs because of this thing.
Yeah.
The spleen thing.
Yeah.
To not having the vaccine.
Yeah, it was like some sort of thing that you're supposed to get.
Like not a COVID vaccine, like another vaccine.
Like because your
not to be your spleen removed, or just a surgery.
I think it was a spleen removal, so it may not apply to Gaspar, but I'm just bringing it up because it's kind of connected, and maybe it's something that Gaspar should look into. I don't know, but
anyone listening to,
he had basically got sepsis of his entire body because he didn't have a spleen, and whatever he was supposed to get some sort of vaccination or shot or something
that
like that
stops that from happening.
That would have prevented that, and he didn't get it.
Dude.
And so years later, after he lost his spleen, all of a sudden he gets, the story. I mean, we watched it already, but like there's a news thing where he just got sick, and then he just fucking rolled into a full coma, and everything stopped working.
Wow.
So pretty insane. So
well, stoked to see him back on a bike.
Look at that shit. Shout out to Gas Man.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Kaz Campbell off.
Sorry,
order.
heavy. Yeah, heavy little segment there. Sorry. Yeah, Kaz Campbell. I don't know my
Campbell.
Yeah, I need to recover from the who rips.
Yeah,
we'll get into his video for this month off tall order. So hopefully that's something.
Good news.
Yeah, something more to.
I mean,
to
hopefully
come from
good
there.
news.
Yeah. Let's skip this. I don't want to nerd out about this. We've been going on for way too long. So, worth discussing. Not worth discussing right now. Maybe I'll carry it over to next month.
Yeah.
Nathan Williams.
These summer months get crazy.
Yeah.
It's like so much we're going to miss.
We're like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think we're like 1 hour in. Yeah. So we haven't even got off the first call.
We're going to move fast.
Nathan Williams off of Etnies, which is
big news.
Batshit crazy to me. But
so I was actually just ran into the dude who's like the new TM. It's that dude Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was I was like, so is Etnies done? He's like, no, we still have, there's Mickey and Jordan. I thought that was like a whole different thing. He's like, no, Etnies is all under one roof. It's not like Vans, I guess, where there's like different
Vans Europe,
different areas of it. So I was like, wow, so it's still a thing. They just something, they didn't re-sign Nathan or whatever happened. I don't know the full drama.
The mountain bike thing's kind of falling apart too. They're two biggest
Weren't
riders.
Weren't you hooked up on
I rode for Etnies before. I rode for 510.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like they're two main riders for Etnies.
Semenuk is off, right?
Semenuk and Emil.
Yeah.
And it's like that was their whole foray into the mountain bike world, was like Semenuk was the dude making all the moves.
And a couple news things ago, we're like, oh, this new thing's going to be sick. Because we saw the rooftop comment, and we were like, oh, wow, if rooftop's down with it, because normally he would be the first to talk shit if it's not something good. And he thought it seemed like he thought it was going to be good for Etnies.
I'm debating if I should say.
Just say it. Or don't. Or say it.
Well, yeah, I'll say that basically Nathan said that the current owners of Etnies, not the new owners, wouldn't honor his contract for the remaining amount of time, which he thought was super weird. And then he didn't know what was going to happen when it went to the new owners,
changed,
and it had nothing to do with the new owners. So that's why I feel like it's comfortable saying it, because it's being passed in, and it's the original owner wouldn't honor Nathan's contract, was only willing to pay him like literally like a fraction of what his contract was for the remaining amount of time, which is super weird because you have a contract.
Yeah,
and,
like, what are they for?
And so he was like, all right, well, I'm just off.
Yeah.
So that's what I knew. Well, that's what I know. So, and I apologize if I got any of that wrong, but it doesn't seem like it's on the new owners that Nathan is off is something that the current owner did. So, which is kind of interesting, because you would think that the current owner, the one that has supported him for so long. So
Nathan's done so much for Etnies, though, and he's such a genuine dude. I could see him being like, "You fuck me around, fuck this."
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I'm not speaking for him, but I could see Nathan doing that, especially if you said it was like a fraction of his contract that they already made mid-year.
I think it was like less than half. Like it was like literally a fraction. So,
well, a fraction's anything in between.
Well, yeah, it could have been 7/8 or something like that. But I'm saying it's less than half. So, from my
that's more specific.
Foggy memory. So, pretty.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
You think of Etnies, you think of like there's Etnies like the Taj and like Ruben era, and then the next Etnies is like Nathan.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, what's Etnies without Nathan?
Yeah. So
they got some banger dudes still. That's why I talked to the dude Fred, I was he was really bummed on what happened. It was all higher ups, and he was like, "Those are the worst phone calls you ever have to make."
He
was like, "It was not my decision. I fucking love Nathan."
And Fred's always been super cool. Fred actually worked at Transworld when I was there too. So I've known Fred for a long time. Fred's always been super cool. He always wants to support. Well,
fingers crossed the flame is still lit and it'll get burning again, because they got Jordan and Mickey.
Yeah,
and those are fucking
and
superstars right now.
They got Thomas Ralston. They got him hooked up for. That's in the same category. He posted that he was on Etnies this month, and he's been killing it.
Is Chase there?
Chase is off too. He was off like 2 months ago.
That's what I didn't want to say it without knowing, but I thought that
he posted
too.
a clip in New Balances, so it's
I think
like
I think Nathan did the same thing.
No, Nathan did.
Nathan
posted a clip.
I think Nathan posted a clip in New. I think he got New Balances or something too.
Did he?
But
I just saw that. I don't think Nathan did that.
No, this is old.
Was he that rock one?
This clip is sick.
That clip is so sick.
New Balances.
Why is everyone fucking getting New Balances when they get kicked off a team? Fuck New Balance. They don't sponsor BMX.
All right.
That's the ultimate BMX move. When you depart from your sponsor, you wear the one brand that never supported BMX. It's like, dude,
until they support BMX. Like, sorry, I'm gonna get.
That's why I swear that a proper Adidas program never got going, is because every rider that lost their sponsor just rode Adidas for free, and they're like, oh, cool, these guys are just going to X Games wearing our shoes, then we don't have to pay them.
Yeah. I wonder what's
New Balance
what's
is like sick. We got Nathan Williams
to get Vans or something, or get what?
I mean, you'd think it would be cool to support another company that's supporting BMX, but also like I could see that it's just sick to wear whatever you want.
Why is it always New Balance? Like BMXers only know that New Balance is a company
get
when they
get Yeezys or something.
Something else, like shit.
Not on the list, and who knows if I'll get in trouble for this one too. I might as well just keep that theme going. I heard rumors of a new BMX shoe company.
It needs it.
Yeah.
Dale's?
So it's called Dale Shoes.
That would be sick. What is it though? I haven't heard this.
I'm not going to say the name, but I think news may drop in the next week or two, and I heard that shoes will be available in early next year.
So it's not a new company
getting
into into BMX. It's a new shoe.
It's a BMX company creating a new shoe brand.
Is it going to be like as dope as Low Tech, you think? Like something like that? What do you feel?
I mean, I have,
or is it one of those?
No idea.
Like,
you hope. What are you going to get into it if you're not going to be dope?
Well, you know how many little ones there are where you like they
back in
really,
the day. It worked.
I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be like a. I don't think they're going to half-ass it. So
that's what I'm saying.
I think it's a real company that's done a lot of cool stuff and all that. So. But I don't know, and I don't want to like. I honestly don't know too much. I know the name, and I know that it exists. So
there's a huge void to be filled.
It's coming soon.
I'm not 1,000% positive, but like Garrett still doesn't have a shoe deal. That's just a big sign of like your best street rider in the world, one of the best BMX riders in the world, doesn't have a shoe sponsor. Like something's wrong.
We need to get like a sponsorship podcast going. Like we had this idea for a little while, but I think it's just in a weird place where it's like you have like influencers and the you know, like having Jaron explain the economics behind how he is a professional bike rider versus Dennis with Muller here or something.
Totally
is like an interesting conversation, you know?
And like at some point, I think Chad was riding for like some sneaker distro or something where like, why isn't that more of a thing? Like, cool, you don't have to ride for one brand, but you can ride for this company like a Foot Locker or something where like you
Chad's
can wear whatever shoes you want.
Shoe sponsors of kind of like getting deals with little things here and there, but not completely like having to be stuck with one shoe. Like he was like eBay shoes or something.
He had some kind of side gig where like he said it was like really sick, but like if it's like, okay, if more brands are going to come in and do a BMX team,
real quick.
There should be something shoe related that's like hooking people up.
Nigel's fucking on Nike.
Nigel definitely did the unthinkable when Nike dropped their BMX team, and he just made that happen. Shout out to Nigel. He's got an insane work ethic and putting BMX in front of the masses that never would have seen it.
Nigel podcast did not happen either. I don't know when I said that, but he was in town last weekend, but he couldn't come down.
Fuck that. I would love to.
We've been trying to make that happen for so long, but he had 2 days in LA and he couldn't break away, unfortunately. So
that would be good.
There's also these Peep Game Devin Smiley shoes.
Fuck, that's cool.
This is not what I'm talking about with the other company, but got to give a shout out to Steve-O and Peep Game and Devin. The shoes look cool. This is obviously a little teaser, but I feel like just as you said, there is a hole, and it's cool to see people recognize it. So this is. I was saying that this is.
Nigel podcast when I was out of town?
No, that's what I said. Nigel was in LA
really
for 2 days.
If I was gonna miss that, but
he had a conflict, and I don't know if it. And I told him, I was like, hey, because you couldn't do it, DeMarcus couldn't do it, and I was like, I'm down, like you and me, but I understand if you want a third person there. And he's like, well, I have a conflict anyway, so he couldn't, because he was only here for 2 days. So.
It's gonna work out
because
he's coming in.
I mean, the reality is, if he's in deep LA, coming to my house is 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
at least
one way.
And that's one way. Yeah, so it is an investment. So if he didn't have like a full day, because the podcast would have gone for 3 hours.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't have worked. So.
What's this? Peep Game made shoes?
Yeah, Peep Game doing a shoe with Devin. I think there's more info to come on this, but pretty cool. And that's what I was saying is like there is a hole in the industry for this stuff, and you know,
those look pretty sweet too.
It's funny. It's like Nathan off Etnies. He can't support another BMX brand because there's not really BMX shoes besides.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he did it the wrong way or anything.
No, it's just hard. It's
this thing with New Balances.
There's this one. It's been around
they
forever.
probably make good shoes.
There must be something.
I think the shoes are sick.
Like, get off at knees, wear New Balances.
I think it just comes from like, if you've been getting paid for by a company for so long, like if you're not going to ride for them, like just ride in something that's not conflicting and doesn't like support something else. Like he's probably just trying to keep it neutral.
I don't know. Like he's such a big dog that it's like he has. I feel like anyone who gets kicked off of like an at knees or something has potential to maybe try and get in the door somewhere and build something rather than some company that obviously doesn't care about BMX at the moment.
I think if it were me, I would rip the logo off any shoes.
I would just rock all the Etnies and just take the logo off.
That's what Tom when he got off Etnies just wears Vans, but he rips the logos off. It's pretty cool. There's black Shoes.
You're supporting, but you're not supporting. Yeah, like it's one of those things. But yeah, shout out. I figure we talking about shoes too much. Definitely give a shout out to SCG Shoes. Literally been around for 25 years at this point.
Fuck
so
yeah.
But they, I don't know if it's. I would assume that's correct. I mean, they're before Low Tech. They're before what's the Little Devil one? Orchid. So yeah,
handmade. It looks like.
So
crazy. Yeah, I feel like, dude, you could even, not to say that BMX needs this, but like, even if you couldn't afford to pay a team, you could build an insane shoe company team just by hooking dudes up with shoes and doing cool shit. Like, obviously, they all deserve money. They should be getting paid. But like, even if you're a small company getting off the ground, you could do some cool shit just by
a cool brand
supporting the right dudes.
They've been doing it for a while. I wonder what Made in the Americas. Is that like a North America, South America,
Central America?
Yeah, but I mean that's cool. I mean honestly, that's cool. Anyways, like not you're not saying the Asias, like it's not. It's but it's still funny. Yeah, that's let's keep it moving because we're not going slow. Josh Dove on Demolition. Never heard of him.
Who's their team manager? I never heard of that guy either.
Only a couple more guys and it's fast and loose.
Demolution. Another one I didn't see coming. Dan Kruk off of We the People.
What? Another one. Hopefully it's good news. He has another company that he wants to ride for.
So 10 years. Been a long time.
Dude.
Also,
one of the most underrated. Still.
Yeah. Whenever Dan puts something out, is absolutely incredible.
We the People seems like a good home for him, like his family.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Definitely.
Hopefully, he got a really good deal and couldn't turn it down. I really hope.
Super nice post, all that stuff. I wish the team and the brand best of luck. Thank you, everyone. Blah blah blah. So not blah blah blah. Didn't mean to. But he did. Oh, never mind.
Is that you in the background on your phone?
That is me in the background on my phone in 2008 years ago.
I found you. Or someone that looks just like you.
That's me.
That's you for sure.
That's like an iPhone 2 or something like that. It's like just my fucking man hands like squeezing it. But yeah, highlighted text right there. I will have more exciting news soon and cannot wait to see what the future holds. So
sick.
That's what's up.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
I did not see that the first time out. I must have ADD'd out. Sean Gardner on Colony. I'm not super familiar, but let's watch a couple of quick ones. Go halfway through and turn off another tech weapon probably.
So I feel like Colony's always done a really great job.
That was sick.
They find the sickest riders, but then it's always so hard to keep them because then these other brands are like, damn, this guy's sweet, we're gonna swoop him up. Like, thanks for putting him out there for us.
That's true. Seems like lately they've really been sticking in. They've really been sticking in Australia though, rather than
and they've been cultivating a cool scene and element out there. Clint with his ramps, the hard yard stuff, and all that.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
And didn't he buy that big shop too?
Yeah, and he bought Strictly BMX. So it's like, I mean, Clint is the hub of the scene. So while we're on the subject, there's a 22-minute like documentary about the building of his ramps.
And then that was the first.
That's what it started as.
Rode the ramp, was just awesome. Felt so good.
Yeah, it's like one of the sickest bike parks in his backyard.
Get the next one, do the same thing again.
Just rolled fucking steel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Doesn't it get hot out there?
I mean, they paint it. I've seen footage of them. They like paint it every year or something.
Look at that. There's like a pump track into a rail too. I've never even seen that. That is incredible. Probably never. It's probably gonna last forever.
Metal prices must not be the same out there.
Right?
Holy shit, all like aluminum.
But I mean, it's one of those things. Like Clint's fucking 50 years old, been riding his entire life. Like he's like, I'm gonna keep this ramp for fucking ever. So it may be initial cost may be crazy, but it evens out over time.
Building like a BMX bike.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with steel.
Yeah, I was like, let's just go back to what doesn't break.
Do you sell sheets of 4130? All right. Shout out to Clint and Colony for all they do. That is, I mean, just as you said, the shop and everything else, events, sponsoring riders, huge deal. So, Murray Lobser. off a fly on the We People. Are they trading over here? Is Kruk going to fly?
They made a trade or what?
So we were talking about this a couple months ago.
So sick too. Oh my God.
So super cool. Congrats to Murray and We the People for.
Is Courage on fly? Courage is on fly.
Courage is on fly.
So
yeah.
it's Sergio
but Devin's
and
not,
Courage?
and then Chase is for parts.
Yeah. And then they have
but no Josh Dove, or is he still on?
I think he's still got
now.
or
he's on fly.
Yeah, fly frames.
Yeah.
That gets confusing because now they're like.
It's weird when you do. Yeah, when you do parts and frames, and then some people ride for one or the other.
It is, yeah.
Especially when they were always fly bikes.
Yeah.
And like
they
made
make
parts.
They make really nice parts.
Yeah, they've always made.
I never
parts.
ran any of their frames,
but I feel like
Chase, those are nice too.
I think Chase was the first dude to be on for parts.
Like yeah,
he was. I knew about.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for news. That took a whole lot of time, but links for all this stuff are in the description. Hopefully, we've got a lot of text, but so if we glance over something and you want to see more, please go ahead and click. So an event that went down in Cologne, Germany that looked pretty dang amazing. Where's some? I guess we can go to. I mean, they had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Josh Dove's there. Felix is there. I think Jason was there. Damn, that was nice.
Holy shit,
that dude is good.
Was that the old Vans Pro Cup course?
No, it's not. They must have done some Vans contest there because I had that paint job.
So I mean, huge breakdown, all this stuff. Street, bowl. They had the Haro old school demo, Wilkerson, Blyther, and Nori. Which
there's another shoe company on there. BK Footwear Official.
Box, British Knights. Okay,
another
boxing
one.
Shoes.
I mean, we can go on tangent 5,000 with that stuff. No, I mean, I
just saw.
I'm stopping. That's me stopping
that.
myself. Yeah. But you just get these brands that just dip in and just like sponsor like little projects, and that's it. But this is an event from so the Worlds was held by Stephen Prantle, who used to be involved like the inception of We the People, I believe. Excuse me if I'm wrong.
The Worlds were crazy. So is that who's running these now?
That's who's running these.
Sick.
So
you know this
super
is gonna
cool.
be good.
Yeah, looked like it was a cool event overall. I mean, 40th anniversary is what they're saying. So like, think about that.
That's cool. They're keeping it going through this instead of like feeling like they have to keep doing the Worlds thing.
Yeah,
under the bridge every year.
So that's all out there. Simple session. Obviously, I think maybe it was a little bit clouded by the Heim news, but event was super cool. The course looked awesome.
And they do a lot of like out because they do in the summer now, so there's like all these outdoor events too.
So all the highlights, we had Grant out there filming for us. So all the highlights on our channel, and then obviously on the Simple Session channel as well. And then this is some of the stuff from Freedom. Garrett out there. There's Alex.
So this must have just been an outdoor jam.
This is an outdoor jam. Yeah, they did a street jam. I saw stuff of skaters on a boat and Alex on a boat. Like,
so they don't do the old the big stadium Simple Session anymore. Or
that
they
is
still
next
do that
year.
in the winter.
That's the first one that they're coming back is next year because COVID just like.
Okay, I was wondering because I was like, Simple Session, the biggest crowds and the biggest everything, and then now it's looks like a small
it's like a week. It's
DIY
like a festival. Yeah,
that's cool. It's coming back.
Yeah, so the big stadium's coming out.
Yeah, because this isn't even in like where it used to be either.
That's why I was tripping. I was like, this seems like a whole different thing than what we used to go.
It's not in Tallinn. It's in a different city too.
So it is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, the traditional Simple Session that we all think of is coming back.
For the first time in what?
I mean, since COVID. Yeah, since COVID.
Dope.
So 5 years.
Those were insane. I literally just commented.
Speaking of, I had COVID last week.
That's still around.
Awesome. Yeah, it was sick.
I don't even know. I get sick and I don't even check anymore. I'm just like, oh,
I didn't think I had it too. My wife made me take a test, and I was like, oh, awesome. So yeah,
sucks.
Yeah.
Glad
speaking of COVID, I was like, oh yeah, I had that shit.
I haven't heard that word in a while.
Yeah. So Baltic Games, dude, a lot of stuff went down.
Summertime.
Yeah.
Every weekend there's a couple things.
Baltic Games.
I didn't even see this.
I didn't see this either. I know I saw Catfish on Instagram. But yeah, another fucking heavy event probably. Park style, big old spine. Yay.
I like the brick flat bottom.
Oh yeah. Highlights, links are in there. German BMX Nationals.
This skate park is amazing.
This looked cool too. Shout out to Freedom for all they do.
They're killing it.
Fuck Marcus Wilkie though.
What? What do you got against Marcus Wilkie?
Just had to say it. Marcus slept here on this on this floor in this room.
Damn. And you did get a podcast
like
with him.
4 weeks. He wouldn't do it.
Really?
He said he was too nervous.
All right, skim through a little so we can see this park.
Sorry. A big giant resi in the background.
It's a nice facility. I thought this was the park that has
this is the cement walls.
Yeah, it's like built into the it's like built into the walls. So sick. German BMX Nationals. So yeah, maybe they're already doing Olympic stuff.
I guess, yeah.
You know, you got to start.
You got to start finding that talent.
Yeah.
There's plenty of it.
4 years goes by fast.
So look how fun that vert wall just looks.
It's like
across that thing.
Park so like to hang out at.
Highlights are in there. Then we had, I think this is in Barcelona, right?
It's somewhere in Spain. I don't think it's in Barcelona.
Oh, this is the one that there was a drone.
Yeah, he did the 900 fakie. Some heavy hitters went to this. Damn.
Yeah. Whoa. Was that back? That was crazy.
What? That looks like it was sped up.
Woo! That was huge. Brady Baker. Yeah, big dogs went out to this thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I seen that kid Brady at a local dirt jump park in Auburn, and I didn't know who he was. This is before that X Games that he went to, and I'm he's 3 double whipping these teeny jumps. I'm like, damn, who the fuck is this kid? I was tripping, most random
damn kids are
dirt jump park. Yeah, I was like, have I been living under a rock or something? And then a month later, he's in X Games, and I'm like, okay, now I get it.
Right? He wins everyone. So Feast, Wolverhampton, they had the video contest, the qualification, so you could win. You submit a video.
Nathan's got to qualify for that?
No. So these ones, they're already signed up. Peter and Nathan.
Nathan won the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Casey and Will Chappell, which is sick. And then Joe Jarvis and Kieran Cooper. And then the winning wildcard videos were AK and I don't know who filmed it, but we're gonna find out. Stu Chisholm, who we talked about, Big Stu, and then this is like Lohan Costa from I don't know. I wanted to, but so should we watch? Let's watch Lohan.
I like how Fees has their hand in a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's super cool
they do a little bit of everything. That looks like South America.
Is AK allowed back in the country yet?
He's got to be getting close.
I heard he was. Close. Yeah.
This is from some customs bullshit.
AK's another
nothing
dude.
sketchy, but
it just keeps getting better, getting into his 30s.
Yeah. I heard he tried to finagle because he was here for so long and then he went to Mexico.
Yeah. It was not the smartest move, but it wasn't
he
has some criminal stuff. It was he literally left, went to Mexico for 2 weeks, tried to come back, and they're like, no, that's not how it works. You're out of here.
So this is cool. So Fees is going to send this guy out over to Europe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Didn't Julian make a video for this too? I thought Julian had a crazy part.
I don't know. I've been
no offense to Lohan, but I would assume that a Julian part would have been pretty crazy. But
yeah, I don't know.
Should we watch these or move on?
Let's move on.
Okay, we got a lot to go through, but looking forward to seeing what they come up with.
Yeah, we'll wait till their real videos come out when they go out there. This will be fun to watch on here.
That kicks off on the 9th of September. So it looks like Nathan is going to be going straight from Battle of Hastings to Wolverhampton, wherever that is in Europe, and making a video.
Not re-signing Nathan, you dumb. That's the man right there.
And then went down yesterday, this past weekend. Radshare.
That girl's so sick.
Yeah, she's sick. So I heard
this one's always good, man.
Yeah.
It's like a weekend long BMX festival for the ladies, for the kids, for the AMs, for the pros.
Is this different to the dirt jump?
I think it's the Rumble of Richmond, but
they're just pivoting it kind of.
Yeah,
they still are going to have that big dirt jump, right?
No, I don't think so. I think they ran it as a bowl jam this year, which cool. the bowl looked awesome. Where's that clip of Gary?
So I was waiting for the Rumble of Richmond dirt jump at the racetrack thing, and they're not doing that at all.
It was just the bowl event.
That's cool. Yeah. They did that 3 or 4 years in a row.
Yeah, it's cool to keep changing
this
it up.
Gary clip.
Yeah, this is.
So in typical BMW fashion.
Get a little respect to Gary Young.
Hold on, I got some music going on here.
You got the 900 fakie. Shout out to Jeremy Malott for the 900 fakie. Can't believe that got done. Corked like that.
Yeah, I don't
Smash. This jump into the capsule coming up.
So sick. That looked really fun.
So sick. That.
Oh, that's probably fire.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that was fucking
I would
crazy.
not touch that.
I wrote.
Gary's editing on that clip. Look at this Gary, and it goes into a slideshow.
Yeah, this is Instagram. You start with the banger, and then you post the other ones.
That's why I said wall right on the side of the capsule is such a bad idea, but done perfectly. You're like, oh, why would you do that?
All right, note to self: when you're watching Gary clips, got to watch the whole thing.
Right?
Yeah, you can't be. People don't wait till the end on Instagram. You look at the average watch time on some Instagram videos, and it's kind of sad. You're like, oh, that was a 25-second video. Average watch time is 5 seconds. Like,
I will. I'll send him this time code so he can get that tip.
Yeah.
Love you, Gary.
Bangers first on Instagram.
Let me edit your Instagram videos. I will, free of charge.
Battle of Hastings and NORA Cup. So we're on. That was events that happened. We probably missed something because it was a crazy month.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
I've been in my NORA Cup black hole too. So with COVID. My NORA Cup collab.
COVID black NORA Cup hole.
Yeah.
And Battle of Hastings, we already pretty much talked about.
NORA Cup, and then back from more tour. We're pretty much missing the ball on this, but like we said on the
the boys are getting on a tour?
The Worlds thing, yeah. So Ron Wilkerson, Brian Blyther, and Dave Norrie are doing shows across the world, essentially.
And Wilkerson's riding like a 1998 two-hit Pork.
Wait, Ron Wilkerson's in this?
Yeah.
That is going to be fun. That's just the boys getting back together. Going
and Tabron. Sorry, I forgot about that one. But I don't know what this video is, but pretty cool. Pretty cool that they just...
The fucking coolest thing ever.
So they were at the Worlds. There's one more show in New York City on August 7th, if I remember correctly. But super cool to see, just like
straight up flashback to get to go see these guys.
I met Dave Norrie in Pacific Beach when I was like 15 years old randomly, and he did the Vanderroll thing. And I remember his spine just going like...
He's the one that does it off of drops. Like,
yeah.
I saw a clip of that from that jam.
I literally could hear his spine on the ground.
Ooh.
And it like core memory engaged, But he was super nice. I had never like met anybody that did that style of like riding. So, but pretty cool. Like I said, right here, doing that. Yeah, that's last one. Oh, September. I said August 7th because my brain is off. September 7th, New York City. Check it out, and then I think they have an Instagram or something. But yeah, that's on my rad. What was that? My Radville BMX.
Cool.
And then the final Corn Hucket is on the 14th. The 14th is a busy day.
Riders of the Corn Hucket.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to go to it. So I figure it's the last one.
And you've never been to any of them?
I've never been to any of them.
That is going to be fun. We've talked about them probably more than anybody else. They do the most jams.
Yeah.
Don't they always build crazy obstacles?
Yeah.
Is that the one where like they had the big handlebars or something? Okay, I thought so.
It looks fun.
Sick.
Big vert walls sometimes. Like they always build something crazy.
Yeah.
And it's the last one.
So also on the 14th is King of the Crown, which looks like a pretty wild dirt event at Crown Mountain Bike Park in, I think it's Colorado somewhere.
They got
Hebel.
They have such sick public dirt parks there.
Yeah.
Everywhere but California.
We got some little ones, but yeah, Colorado's the head of the game.
Look at that.
That doesn't even show the whole place either.
Yeah.
Like this place looks really good. Like that does not look like, that looks like someone's backyard.
Yeah, any real jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. So
and then they have that other one too with the big what's that? Frisco?
Yeah.
That one's insane.
The one with the wooden wall with the little mural or the flag or whatever.
Yeah, that one's got to be like the Colorado flag, I think.
Sick.
That one's got to be one of the best, like right up there with the Queenstown place.
So
the Queenstown one.
September 14th
that
at
one's in its own league.
Crown Mountain Bike Park. They got some pretty heavy payouts there too. So
for sure.
So give it a view. Check it out. Hopefully Kazike's there because then you'll be fucking psyched to see Kazike.
Was he there last year?
I don't know. I see him right there. So I'm like, Like, hopefully Kazike's there just for.
Wow.
Just
Look
for,
at that place. It's a nice
what a
picture
cool
of it.
place.
Oh yeah,
Looks like it's got something for everyone. Oh, I thought it was a picture.
yeah, it's all right.
We only watch 5 seconds of Instagram videos.
Oh, I'm out.
Nope. Oh, made it.
Right when it hit.
Almost made it. Almost made it.
Should I? Sorry, I had to for the joke.
We're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Look at that. That
Wow,
looks fun.
with the pump
Oh, the
track.
pump track right there too. Whoa.
I want to go check that.
That's
place
what
out.
every park in America
Wow.
Holy
Oh my
crap.
god. And a racetrack too.
What?
should look like. Dude,
And
That's
they
a-
had a jump bag thing.
that's
dude?
a smart way to
Colorado
keep
is
racetracks
killing
going.
it. Yes, put it all together.
Racetracks, skate parks, dirt jumps, all in one place. Like they all. Just,
Oh my
whoa.
god. What is this?
Looks like more like a mountain bike line. Wow, that's cool.
All they're missing is this cement park. Dude,
Dude, they got there's the techie. That's sick.
they look like there's more back there too.
Dude, I commend the coordination here.
Yeah.
And that's just a flat piece of
What?
land. Like look what you
Back
can do
full
with just a little bit of
advantage.
acreage.
What the?
That's a lot of acreage.
Well, but like you don't need some crazy mountainous terrain. Like that's just a flat piece
Yeah.
of land. And they have all that there. Like,
All
as long
right,
as
y'all
the
need to
dirt's
stop.
good.
Don't keep going. Don't.
Yeah.
If you show somebody catching a fish at the end of
Go
this
out
in
to
that
this
lake,
place
I'm
we
gonna
live
freak
near.
out.
Yeah. David Gravette's fishing over there.
Yeah. Shout out to Crown Mountain Bike Park. That is amazing. I will actually, if I am not, I will follow them. And I realized we weren't when I clicked away. And then the Yes Bikes Ditch Jam. I'm gonna try and get Vish out there to film.
Is that on the 14th too?
that
It's on the
looks
14th.
sick.
Oh my
also.
God.
Yeah, so three
14th is hidden.
awesome events all on the 14th.
Whoa,
So,
who went in on the CAD rendering?
I don't know. I thought this was pretty funny.
I
though,
legit
and then
thought that was it. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, they've been doing work.
but
Damn. When are they going to plant the tree in the ditch?
This is probably a level on that bike game.
could be.
Wow, that's cool. Shout out to BMXers taking it in their hands and making their own spot. I feel like we've always like piggybacked off of skate DIY spots, but like
Yeah.
it's sick to see like this is a real
Trails.
BMX. Well, trails have always been their own thing, but I mean like for
Cement.
concrete parks, like it's you think of a DIY park, you think of Burnside. You
Nah,
think
these
of,
guys are really doing it. Not many people have ever done a DIY this good, like BMX only.
I feel like the UK one that I heard about was always the sickest BMX diehard DIY, but it's rare.
These boys are killing it.
I'm gonna make sure that dog has the back door is open so it doesn't puppy.
That's amazing.
All right.
All right.
Members only got a
Couple hammers.
Yeah, some serious.
Freaked me out.
Yeah. Shout out to the members. I know I have been neglecting you the last couple of months. I promise we will do some special stuff as soon as I survive NORA Cup.
You just need to have put out a little thing every time you do a podcast, like what kind of members only juicy comments should we throw into this one?
Just say
Couple
a word.
topics.
Just say a word, and we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Because there is so many
Those are the
things
best
that like
things.
pop up.
Dude.
So all right, keep it going. BMX Hall of Fame is going down on the 20th.
Dude, in Tulsa now?
In Tulsa, yeah. If I was not going to X Games Japan, I would fly to this just to say hi to Miron.
And shout out to Enz, Enz and Asado just got in the Canadian BMX Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Did we do that last month? I think
we did.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last month. So shout out to Canada, basically.
Yeah.
But the inductees this year, do they have them on here? We have said it in the past, so excuse me if I don't, but I know it's... Oh, right here at the very top. Bobby Woods, early racer, modern racer, Maris Strombergs. Yeah, I know we talked about this because we talked about Maris. Industry is the freestyling staff, so like the Lou and fuck. All right, I'm going to keep moving. Kim Hayashi for women. Early freestyle, Jeff Watson. Early freestyle, Hugo Gonzalez. Modern freestyle is Jay Miron. Track operator, Debbie Kelly. So all legends in their own right. It's cool that we have that. BMX Hall of Fame. Look at that facility. Is insane and an actual Hall of Fame. Pretty damn cool. And like they have this museum here and all that stuff. So it's a full weekend as well. So reception, Hall of Fame induction ceremony, etc.
Can anybody go to that?
Anybody can go. You do have to buy tickets. If you want one, if you want a discount code, email me. I probably shouldn't say that actually.
Yeah.
Don't email me.
Give them money.
Yeah.
Shout out to the legends that paved the way for everyone here now.
And then kind of in the same, well, I guess we'll go in date order. Early 2000s Ranch Jam going down on September 27th and 28th.
Yo, that looks fun too.
Yeah. So I think this is maybe a clip from last year. They had a
We're
legit.
going to see Tencio.
Who's
That was
the
so
dude that runs early 2000s BMX?
James Lawrence.
Okay.
James Lawrence.
So I always wondered.
One of the best Instagrams. That was insane. Yep, we've watched it so many times.
Yeah, we watched this a bunch.
Nolly double bar.
Is he from Utah? Because I feel like when they post stuff, it seems like they're very knowledgeable in the Utah scene of riders. So
he lives in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
So he works for us too.
Gotcha.
So he does a lot of Instagram posting for us as well. And then so he's just a super knowledgeable dude and loves BMX. So
yeah, big fan.
Is this a camp too?
Yeah, it's at the ranch camp.
Whoa, rooftop trick right there. Remember when we used to try those? The disaster reverts on the spine. Never did the full sub rail one.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's hard.
That's James right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, never mind. I see his face so much. I thought it was someone else.
I thought that was Brant Moore for
Me
a second.
too. For a second.
I was like, wait,
the hair was a little Brant Moore-ish, I will admit.
They wear the hat the same.
Then USA BMX event at this new core park. I think I'm going to this as well.
Damn, how the hell are you gonna go to all this?
Dude, I'm fucked. Yeah, so I'm going
to... this park. That's
Yeah.
a new USA,
Yeah.
like a training ground?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Where's the clip of like... I was trying to find that Tristan clip.
So pretty much anyone can go ride here? They got like a public skate park now?
Yeah, I think it's a...
That's sick.
He does that wild alley.
How far is this from Salt Lake City? Does anyone know?
Good question. I did not consider that. I want to find. I want to
Can't
find
be
this
that
Tristan
far
clip,
because it
though.
seems like a lot of the Salt Lake guys are out there riding it. But I would road trip to go ride that.
Oh, speaking of members only juicy things in Utah, Rob Wise had confirmed that he wants to film a video part after our last podcast discussion.
He listened. The podcast went far.
He's like, hey, man, I was listening to the podcast, and I think I'd be down for another part. Or he said, I think I've got another part in me.
Shout out to the podcast for creating this moment.
I just told him, I was like, as long as it's something that you truly want to do,
The podcast
I'm down.
more than worth it.
And he said he's been wanting to do it. He said it's just going to be a setup-based thing. And I'm sitting here thinking, like,
Of course.
like, when has your riding not been setup-based?
And he told me, he's like, I'm really rusty. And I was like, you always were.
Yeah.
Took 2 days of chilling, then back to bangers.
The only person I know to go on a film trip, go home, leave his bike in the bag for 2 months until he came on the next film trip.
Yep.
So something to
Such
look
a
forward to.
But yeah,
So they're having a big contest
I didn't
out there?
find. Yeah, USA BMX contest is obviously is focused on AMs and all that stuff, but I think they are doing a pro event here
What is
as well.
up with this
So,
place? Look at that hangar, and there's just
Yeah,
like
look at that
cars
stuff in
parked
the back.
there. Is this some rich
So,
guy's
probably.
hangar? It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I need more information on this.
Whoa, that's a lot of wood.
Kyle Carlson, what's the deal with this? You know,
Yeah.
we need to have Kyle back to give us some Olympic news. It's been too long.
Right. Now I feel
Ooh.
Jesus, that was insane.
Ooh.
Yo, did you see the
Flare windshield wiper will always make me freak out.
Nick had that? Well, he posted some news with it, but that wasn't my goal. But where was that one?
Got dogs.
Yeah, is this news you got 3 dogs?
No, that
Looked like. Oh my
Whoa. Was
god!
that double flip whip to catch whip?
yeah. Oh no, to other. No, I think windshield wiper.
Double
Yeah.
flip, double whip to windshield wiper.
Jesus Christ.
Don't.
Whoa.
Yeah. But he opened up about being bipolar. Is what it wasn't my goal to.
Oh.
I mean, but it's super cool that he can open up about this stuff and how it affects him and be a resource for people for sure. But
Yeah, that should be normalized. It's not a thing that doesn't exist.
I mean, honestly, Nick, I caught me a bit off guard. You know, would have never thought of him being in that. You know,
You
I've
never
known
know.
I've lived with somebody who's had bipolar, and it was like, you know, it's
More
kind of
noticeable.
crazy. Yeah. Well, like kind of crazy in the sense of like there's clues and stuff, and I feel like I could recognize that stuff, and not that it like,
Probably takes living with
him wasn't
someone though
crazy,
to
but-
figure that kind of stuff out
Yeah,
too. Because when you only get a little glimpses of someone, you never know what's going on with them.
True. But yeah, shout out to Nick for that wild fucking trick and for opening up.
Yeah, being vulnerable about that kind of stuff.
And then that's it for events. Now we're
So
in
what?
videos.
Wait, is there going to be a contest there? Sorry, I was just nerding out on how sick that park was.
Yeah,
They're doing a big contest there.
It is on the 10th and 11th.
It's USA BMX, cool.
C1 class added, which I believe means
Start working towards the
accounts for
Olympics.
points. Yeah,
We're gonna do it this year.
You're going?
No. It's only in LA.
I knew you were bullshitting the first word.
I'd be down to announce it so that fucking dude who doesn't know about BMX
What, the
isn't
wedgie?
announcing it again.
We never talked about it since you.
Anyone that can get me in announcing the Olympics, let me do it because I could do it way better than that guy.
So for anybody that watched the Olympics on qualifying stuff, the guy kept saying tuck knee no hander, and there was a bunch of other ones like he was calling like tail whip to the wedgie and stuff like that.
So bad.
And we were all freaking out, and then I'll let Christian take it from here.
Well, I watched the qualifier, and I was literally, I'm sure like everyone else, cringing at how bad it was. And I just like I scrolled back to the beginning of it, and I found the part where he said like, "Oh, this is whatever my name is," and I literally went on Instagram and found him, and I DM'd him, and I was like, "Yo, like, long time BMX rider and filmer here. Like, for the sake of BMX, can you please not say tuck knee no hander and wedgie? It's simply a tuck no hander and a wedge."
Yeah.
And I was
it's
like,
not funny. It's just kind of like a little weird insult.
Yeah. I was like, I hope you see this before finals. And I even like sent Daryl Nah a message and the other lady, hoping that like one of them would get to him.
Yeah.
And then the dude like saw my message and replied like, "Thanks, like got it," you know. And then I watched the finals and didn't say it again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, it
didn't
actually
know.
worked. The power of
Just didn't
social
know.
media.
Insane.
But he's an announcer from like back in the day a little bit, but like just doesn't keep up with stuff, you know. But
two back in the day.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think he's in the network, but it's like, dude, we need like
Come on, yeah.
Doyle, anyone, like
Yeah.
fuck, I'd do it. Like
I
anyone.
think the Olympics killed it, except that was just such a low light, and it was so easy. I mean, I think I went on a rant last podcast, but it was so easy for somebody to do some research and
missed
and
opportunity.
have some bullet points in front of them and be like, hey, watch for opposite triple whips and watch for, this guy starts his run from the highest point and blah blah blah, like easy facts just about the bike riding that could have been said by a monkey.
Yeah, huge
and,
missed opportunity to shed some light on BMX.
And it's weird because when you watch certain things, you get Connor Fields, and then, but for the live one that was on there on like Peacock and stuff, it was that guy and the girl.
Yeah, and Skate had Scheckler there.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's our Scheckler?
Yeah.
To like make it sound cool.
Where's Kramer? Where's Doyle?
Yeah.
Where's Dennis? Where's anybody?
Anyone.
Like,
Got it.
You hear Daryl. It sucked because you could hear Daryl talking like in the background.
That was the worst part. The
Yeah.
dude could just be copying whatever Daryl's saying and like would have been better than him doing his own representation.
Yeah, it sucked. So hopefully they figure that out by 2028. But I don't know how that. I guarantee it's some sort of like, because cycling is within its own, like, you have road cycling, you have mountain biking, whatever, I think they still ride down hills with a rifle and shoot, or that's on skis. Never mind.
I'm talking about the guy, what's his name? The 180 fakie.
yeah, Jason Levy. But then, so they probably have an announcer that's like across the board or something, because they only get a certain amount of allotted announcers, which is insane. But Doyle could probably do a better job at a different discipline than that guy could do it.
I could announce skateboarding better than that guy was doing BMX.
Yeah.
And I don't skateboard.
So them socks. All right, events that happened. Video portion, as always, links are in here. We'll just try and make it quick, but
These are always good.
yeah, I'm gonna cut music so I don't.
Shout out to Scott. It's kind of like his little project.
Sick to see Markel in here. First clip. Brah.
Yo, that was sick.
I feel like since Markel, is he still on volume? I feel like ever since he wasn't, or if maybe he's not. I haven't seen much
if he's
of him.
still on or what's going on with that.
But I feel like volume kept him involved with cool stuff.
Yeah, he was always doing a lot. So, but that gives you a little sample of what to expect there. And obviously, I'll give the caveat that these are all the videos that we think you should watch. If you haven't watched these videos already, take some time, click through these links, watch them. We may not touch on every single thing, but these are the best videos that came out this month. If we miss something, feel free to email me and let me know, and I'll carry it over to next month, because Dennis, I was in my COVID NORA black hole. Christian's in the woods. Dennis,
I was living under a rock this
Dennis
month.
is under a rock. So as good as we are, we're not perfect. So,
and a lot of content comes out.
And I mean, yeah,
day.
that's
good content.
Yeah. So Bethany,
This was amazing.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Where's she from? Excuse my ignorance.
Seems
Indiana.
like seems like around here.
Indiana.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, she's always out here filming and riding jams and stuff.
Crazy that rails like that still exist.
Yeah.
That was rad to ride that spot like that.
But it's sick. She's
only 17 or 18 too.
Oh, yeah, she's young. Yeah. Chula. So whole video, it's definitely
a nice 180
a mix too. So it kind of starts off streetish. It's like a street park mix, but they're broken into pieces. So
well-rounded young blood.
Super cool. I keep going back to this. Yeah. Marcel.
So he's got his own frame, or is his colorway?
Maybe a colorway.
This dude's cool. Colorway. I've been stoked on his edits when they come out.
Yeah.
Refreshing. Younger generation that seems like he's a fan of where BMX came from.
Big stuff is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And has a really good eye too. Like, that was so sick. Overgrind, take it to the ledge. Whew.
Oh, that's. I hope it's cool if he knocked out that block to make that a spot.
Curving in like that is crazy.
Yeah, probably the worst run up for a manual on a rail.
Ooh. Oh. This could be my ignorance, but there hasn't been a crazy legit street rider like Marcel from Florida in a while.
Like
real street rider
fake.
like this.
I saw Colt wanted to do it. He was looking for a filmer. He wanted to do a part.
Oh, he's dope.
Which would be sick.
Fuck, that would be insane.
444 Dan Lacey is the time code. That shout out to Pat.
Dude, one
Pat
of the
Quinn
nominations for video part of the year, or video of the year. This is so good. The
yeah.
music, the editing, all the riders. There's some dudes in here I never heard of too, and I was like, "Who's this?" And then watched their part, and it was one of my favorites in the video. Like, all around great video. Good job.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that.
The lifestyle. It's got the
and the Lacey part too. Like, I've always been a Lacey fan, but it's been like
one of my favorite Lacey parts.
He's one of the only dudes that I'll see some of the curved rail setups he does, and I'm like, fuck, I would want to ride that right now. Still, like, there's not much that I get excited about where I'd actually want to do it, but like,
Did I miss a time code?
He finds some sick curved rail.
It's one of those people should just go watch.
Yeah, the whole video is good.
The whole thing's good. There can't even be a time code.
Yeah, I'll try one more time, and that's it.
Lacey too, just everything he does is perfect. There's nothing that doesn't have just ooze style.
Powerhouse,
yeah, he's a dude that like takes
Killian's clip on that too. Yeah, fucked up.
Lacey takes the tricks that he likes and he makes them look really good on the sickest spots.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to like reinvent himself. He just applies them to the right spots, and it's fucking.
And he
sick.
could do like a few 360s down sets, and you're stoked on all of them.
Yeah,
like, why
they're
does he
all
keep redoing
different
stuff. It's like, I want to see more.
Yeah, he's got a cool steez on his 3s to flat too.
Yeah, like that back angle looked like a big 180, but it's a 3.
That clip of
Lacey's riding is timeless and will never get old.
And then
it keeps getting better and better.
We have the I think on the Instagram we have the circle rail, so I'll cut before that. But obviously zones is a mandatory one. I would assume people that is if you watch one video, they'll make it that one this month.
Yeah. You know, it's really good when you watch and you're like, I can't wait to watch that again.
Yeah,
that's a video I'm gonna keep watching. Kevin's been doing some cool stuff on his YouTube. Boop.
Yeah, teaming up with Wani Zarita. Gary told me about this. He's like, yeah, Kevin just asked if we could come and just light up the tiny mini ramp, and then proceeded to do 50 things that I didn't think you could do on it.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. He said it's like one of his favorite things to ride at Claremont. I'm like, okay.
Whatever. I mean, when you're that good, I could see it. If you're anybody else.
I want to see the back wall 180.
Yeah. Even the Ice 270 does on that thing.
Yeah.
That was so nice. That was so nice.
It would have been fun to hang out and just give him tricks to do.
Right?
Just drink a couple of beers and be like, how about this?
That was sick too. He does an Ice 270 on that rail. That just...
Yeah. And then so he also... Dude, he was high over that thing.
Yeah, 180 Del Whip.
And then so if you're not following Kevin already, if you follow him on Instagram but you don't follow him on YouTube, you can kind of expect the same thing. Like you get riders that, they just post a clip where Kevin really curates his content, and so same idea carries over to YouTube where it's all Go ahead.
While we're on the topic too, that you didn't have that in the news, and that just came out, and it's so good.
Yeah.
This is classic. It reminds me of like a really good Vital edit where people used to just go like fuck up parks and put an edit out from it instead of just trying to go film one Instagram clip. Chad Curley, Kevin Peraza riding one of their local parks. If you haven't watched this yet, it's insane. They were not chilling either.
Yeah, I miss those old like Ennis, Rogish, like Vital park edits.
Just go to the
like,
park and go kill it.
Yep. So
I haven't seen PQ footage in a long time either, so it was nice to see a full edit.
It's one of those most fun parks.
Kevin's YouTube channel though has been going crazy.
Yep. Davey Osgood. What did it say? 120, 130? Just basically self-film magic tricks that he does for the most part. Self-film.
That's sick. Who was the dude in Drop the Hammer that had the self-film stuff?
Oh,
Jonah?
Yeah, Jonah Lindbergh.
God,
I always loved that part.
I went deep in the Rolodex for that one.
How do you got that in your brain?
Shout out to Dan Foley for I feel like upholding the level of like the most insane self-film videos.
Yeah.
This dude's killing it.
This dude basically kills it on Instagram and then puts it online.
Does he have
afterwards.
a seat right now?
It looks like he's got a bag over his seat so it doesn't get wet.
It looks like he's got a
It
towel.
looks like a towel because he lost his seat. He doesn't want to get seat posted. That's gnar.
And he's been running it for a while too, honestly. So I don't
swag. But
it's a shirt. Yeah, it's a shirt
over his seat.
Yeah. So Davey kills it. I think maybe he has something in the Instagram section too. But Jimma always.
Oh, that
I'm
sick.
always
S&M guy from Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to New Zealand and found a couple sick spots, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this dude Jimma is the one that like handled all of them."
Yo,
that was rowdy.
What is this? Like a B-sides kind of
Yeah,
thing?
so this is Benthian's channel. Is kind of treating it almost like we have like Grant, Calvin, and Benthian doing sort of the similar thing in the sense of they have all this footage and they're just putting it out in this like kind of long form consumable.
It's like what Calvin's doing.
Yeah, but Calvin's doing like more narration, and then Justin's doing cooler. Well, not cooler, but more produced stuff. Like he has this feature on, like a how-to, and then like how to. I feel like maybe we talked about this stuff, but it's like a breakdown of how Diego, just like his life and all that stuff. Like
I just go there at night. No one rides.
I feel like I need to hire someone to go through all my footage and make cool shit with it because I don't have the time to do it, but I have so much stuff. Like that could be cool with some extra substance or stories or whatever dialogue broken into it.
I have, because when I got part of the ride archives, I got boxes of mini DV tapes.
Oh man,
I literally have. I swear to God, not even an exaggeration. I probably have like 1,000, and it's like it's like old 411 skate stuff. Like I don't even know what's in there, but it's had BMXers on a couple of them. So I was like, all right, I'm taking it. So I like. I would get if I see it, I go. It makes me like shudder. I'm like, But yeah, Benthian's another one. If you haven't, Deliverables Project is the name of it. If you haven't subscribed to that, I mean, there's only like 600 subscribers. So do yourself a favor and do that because he's doing cool shit.
Yeah, I want to subscribe to that.
Chris Kerrigan from Keep It Down, which is the video that Diego that we just referenced.
This one probably had to get pretty close to a nomination.
Diego, yeah, that's what other one I was thinking of. Keep It Down, because Keep It Down wasn't in there, and it's a great video. Like that's kind of what I was talking about, like Malice and Keep It Down, but then you get like Encouraged too instead,
That just has like the reach of like so many more people. It's hard for these kinds of videos.
Yeah, so
nothing like a good old crew video though.
Yeah,
nothing like filming for a crew video too. Just
memories, lifetime. Zach Newman, who
this has got to be sick. Stuff on my phone. Simple. That's like I feel like a sleeper park. No one goes and films that anymore.
Where is
that? Louisville park.
The Louisville one.
Oh my God.
What?
What's he going for? Damn, he really did
Just
that.
almost slipped in.
He really did that loop.
He was on like ragged edge.
Yeah, dangerous.
It's crazy because you think of.
He's one of the most. He rides vert and does 30 stair rails and jumps into pools.
What?
He's so
You see that?
fucking well rounded.
Dude, you see that little.
Did he catch that? Did he make that?
If he didn't, it would have been.
Threw a half a bag of concrete.
I knew this edit was going to be sick, dude.
No, I didn't even touch it. It didn't look like. It looked
don't
like
label
right
this
in front
as
of it.
stuff on my phone. This is a crazy. That trick was insane. This is a video part. I guess it's stuff on his phone, but it's like that's like downplaying this.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was icing
Switch
over.
proof.
Oh, he just jumped it.
Ooh, that was insane. That thing, that thing is so fun.
There's the vert clip.
Oh my god, he's playing with touching his peg on that thing.
Zach.
Oh my god, I thought he was about to get brapped. Is that a moto helmet?
This is a real video.
Okay,
part.
Zach, get a real camera and make a video.
Oh my god, that's Tyler's gap to ice. He gapped to
familiar. That was crazy.
Shout out to Lee Brock.
That was sick.
Dude, that was amazing.
That was on purpose, right? It looked like it.
God. I think he's that good that I don't think that'd be an accident. He jumped into curve.
But it looks like such a short rail for
I mean, just touch down
Look
and
at
you're
Brock,
out.
though. He's like, yeah, that was that crazy.
Wow. Dude, Zach, that was
a real part, man. You got to stop labeling this shit as stuff on my phone. That was maybe a NORA Cup nomination video.
I feel
part
like you
right
just won X Games Real Street with a 1 minute and 30 second part with a cell phone.
That's what's crazy about like X Games Real Street. If you opened up the brackets and let like 100 people in, like how many people could do good in it?
Now I'm gonna get a text from Stu because it's X Games Real BMX.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't say real.
Well, that's
street.
bullshit because it should be.
Well, it shouldn't. So that's what I mean. It should be. It should have.
If they had one wild card option, the submissions would be insane. Like, that's what they should do. Like, all right, there's 5 guys and there's one wild card spot. Send in a 90-second video of new stuff.
Yeah.
And then everyone would just get the sickest stuff to watch.
Yeah.
So this is Leftovers, which we will put out, but
yeah, we kind of watched this.
So why did DeMarcus open that gate?
We already went over this. I opened the gate so I could come through it to film.
I watched this after we did the podcast, and I was like, "What were they? What did he say? What was the answer for that?"
I opened the gate so I could get the clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I just filmed them closing it.
This is the Leftovers.
Yeah.
So you know the part's insane. Support this. Support DeMarcus and Christian's adventures of filming an epic video part.
And thanks to everyone. I've been blown away by the amount of people that have contributed a fair bit more than the $4 or $5.
Cool. Yeah.
So that actually comes into favor.
Yeah, there's someone paid $30 the other day.
Fuck yeah.
So it's sick to see like people watched it, and like even before it came out, there's people $20-$25. Like, so it's cool to say like we appreciate that. Like, all the money is just paying for the project and then going into Demo's pocket after.
It's funny in the sense of like how much BMX we're able to consume for free. So I feel like people get so much these days for free that when they have the opportunity to pay for something, they're like, "Fuck it, I'll give $20."
That's what I was like.
Especially the people that are gonna do this are like $20 is like you're supporting this.
Yeah,
you don't want that. Like this whole idea of being able to the Project Spoke thing where he had to put in as much as you want was just like makes you open your eyes on like not everyone wants to just give $5. Like you want to support it a little bit more, and that's like 5 buyers instead of 1 right there.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, like the way that it's going, like I think he'll end up making like the same amount of revenue that like Nathan's video did with a fraction of the sales.
Amazing. So there you go.
So it's cool to see that like people are down and supporting, more than they can just because they're stoked on what we're doing.
That's cool.
So
shout out to everyone. Shout out to people who are doing that.
Yeah.
And then obviously I will go ahead and I'm going to drag this down real quick. Boop. And then put the link. The link to purchase right here. So then we can know, we make sure we get that in there. And then Kaz Campbell. Now I can say it.
Kaz Campbell.
I couldn't say it before. This whole edit is a masterpiece. So,
oh yeah, I just seen people posting this the other day. Oh my god.
He's going to be on Volume and Demolition. He's got to be.
No, that's a good call out.
Because he got off tall order, right?
Yeah.
And he fits so perfectly on
Yeah.
that team. That would be sick. This dude is so rad. Oh, God.
Those
Dirt
jumps
jumps.
look insane.
Trails, I miss you.
Trails like that, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't... Those trails could exist in California, but they don't look like that.
They're not going to exist. in
If it
California.
Well, you know what I mean.
it'd be
That
like
was-
They're just not pretty.
there are beautiful jumps like that in California. I'm not going to blow up the spots, but they do exist.
Mountain bike trails.
No, BMX trails.
Okay.
Just tight knit scene. But I wish there was more.
But yeah, Kaz killed it the whole way through this thing.
I'm a
I mean,
fan.
five minutes
I'm a fan of this guy.
of just... I mean, we called it Style Lord. That was us putting
He's
that
a style
towel on.
lord with like nasty tricks. So
Yeah.
nasty in a good way. There ain't trails like that in
Dude.
California, Christian.
Yeah, there are some.
I never rode them.
And they weren't like that when you rode them.
Damn, you guys are enemies. This NORA Cup beef's really coming out.
Fuck you, Christian. Fuck you, Christian. There's no trails like that. Ooh,
Aiken.
that was sick. Jesus. I never seen anyone do that. Topside
Yeah, I'm just...
can't get in 3-tire grab, but yeah, Aiken-esque, and that's switch for him too. He's got a lot of tricks for how
Yeah.
stylish he is.
Beautifully filmed.
Yo.
This guy's dope.
Yeah.
I've been
So, let's
I've been
end-
like wanting a new guy like this to watch. You know, it's like
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
a while since there's been someone that motivates you to ride, like in that sense.
Yeah, so shout out to Kaz Campbell and Sam Barrow.
Oh, Sam
filmed
Barrow.
it.
I remember that dude from Simple
Yeah.
Session days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Kaz Campbell.
absolutely killed it. I mean, I guess maybe I would say Endless. If I'm doing two, Endless and Kaz Campbell for sure are the ones you should watch this month.
Okay, I like that.
And then I'll probably
Fudger's picks.
I'll probably add another one in afterwards.
I can agree with those.
George Manos, the amazing flat dude, crazy style,
What?
crazy
This guy's
original
a flat
tricks.
dude. Doesn't got no pegs. This is insane. If you're that good at flat
Taking the
landing.
hardest thing ever and making it harder. What was the other guy? Chad Johnson? Was he
Yeah.
the other like OG pegless dude? S&M guy?
pegless flat landing.
Imagine, I mean, like, give him a year and it's going to be insane. Like under pedal cross footed nose manual. So
Whoa, just leaning on that top tube.
kind of almost even floating.
And he's got
on
the
it.
street steez when he rolls out.
Yeah.
Hey, he looks like a street rider.
So
I thought it was gonna be a street.
that's what I
rider.
mean. Like just shit you never seen before, but just him messing around. So
That's cool.
Yeah. Can't imagine how hard those are because I don't even know.
Animal Let Me Out trailer. I don't think I caught this. Is this a video?
Whoa, Little Jeff.
The Jeff Coxix, Rosie, Darian Robinson, Jason Bion, Luke Pedals, George Duran.
Ooh.
So
Shout out to Little Jeff. Still holding it down.
Good dude.
old United teammate.
Dude, one of my favorite dudes to travel with.
He's hilarious.
So fun to ride with. So fun to hang out with. Like, good fucking dude. Still holding it down out in Jersey.
Is that Grimaldo arguing with somebody? George Duran is Grimaldo Duran's son. That's George Duran. And then Grimaldo Duran is original OG, like, grizzle.
Look at those teeth.
Like, animal team member. So that's sick that, like, generations of street riders, you know? So
I bet Sinisi's got a clip in that, too.
he does. I guarantee it. We did welcome to the team, Sean Gardner. Milky's section
This
from
dude's
Keep It
sick.
Down as
I've
well.
been a fan of this guy as well.
He's one of my favorite dudes to watch ride. Just the setups and the trick choices and all that stuff are so on point. But another section from Keep It Down. So if you haven't seen that, it's coming out in sections, but you can actually buy the full thing. Maybe I will add the link to the description. Sorry. I will add the link to the description as well. So like that was...
This dude stayed at my house. Stu and Cole Volker were on a fit trip, and they like randomly stayed at my house.
Oh, really?
And I felt that was like the first time I felt really old, where I'm like, this kid's on fit. I didn't have a clue who he was, and then I went on like down the YouTube wormhole and watched some of his videos, and then I've watched everything since, and I became a big fan. But
That's
cool
cool
to see new generation with good spot taste.
How do you obviously have to, I mean, you're in mountain bike world. Do you do you still watch like mountain biking as much as you do BMX, or is
I honestly
or is
probably watch more BMX than I do mountain biking. There's like a select dudes that like when they put a video out in mountain biking, I always watch it, but like the day-to-day stuff is honestly probably more of the older BMX, like props and metro jams and stuff. But I'd say if you looked at all the content I'm watching, it's more BMX related than mountain bike.
Sam Jones in Texas.
This video was sick too.
Yeah. 4 full minutes, but
that looks like a fuck.
Send her in. We'll go skip a little bit.
Talented human.
Yeah.
How is the sea ledge still producing clips?
Right.
Like that's got to be the most grinded ledge in Austin history.
Love that. So
many spots in Austin.
Sam always kills it. I feel like he's like underappreciated too.
Almost.
Like,
well, look at the team he's on, dude.
Like
he's got a lot of dudes.
But I mean, like his part in mixtape was incredible, and like the shit he's gonna. I can't. Is he on a Battle of Hastings team? Like he always does. He was trying like 3 to tire ride on the rail last year, and
he does like 3 to crook locked, like
every time,
like a trick he does. It's not just like a huck.
And he does like truck to. I think he was trying truck to crook last year. He maybe even done it.
I feel like he was like because everyone on BSD is so crazy, but he keeps going that he's like becoming one of their top dogs, and already is one of their top dogs. Like he's not stopping. He's got the motivation just to keep going.
Dude, nollie crook on a steep rail.
God. He got sideways on it too. That looks exactly like this rail in North Carolina.
Shout out to people that do crooks and don't push their cranks down too.
Hell yeah,
because that's a thing.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah, 4 minutes of Sam Jones, definitely a must watch as well. So
honestly, I haven't watched that. I missed that from sleeping under a rock all month. I can't wait to watch the whole thing.
I can't play the song, but it's Green Day.
This has got the dudes in it. This one's gonna be
this is like when I was watching this trailer, obviously I was just like, these dudes are having the fucking best time ever.
Crew videos.
Like,
no agenda. You do whatever the fuck you want, go where you want.
Just being assholes too, probably wherever they go, just like laughing at themselves and laughing at everything.
That's the way it should be. Get in the car with your homies and go make some shit.
So
I can't believe that legend.
Dude, I want to ride that. That's like another spot where I'm like,
Dream
fuck.
spot.
Like I'd clock back in just to ride that thing. Brett Silva too, also a big fan.
Yeah. But shout out to Trent for putting this shit together. I said early 25 at the end. It's really not the same without the music, so I'm gonna cut it there. But the trailer's awesome. The video's early 25, and it looks it looks like it's gonna be awesome. So we have heavy squad of humans, mostly Austin based, but just a bunch of wildness through and through. So
can't wait for this.
Yeah. Ezekiel,
I threw this one in there. The dude,
no, he kills it.
He kills it, and he's been around forever. And
he was on the,
and he's such a traveler too. Like,
he was on the Fox South America trip that I went on with like Chase and Aaron back in the day. Yeah. So
whoa, how did he do that?
Yeah,
he's a really all around rider. Can just shred everything.
I think we kind of,
dude,
that.
I want to ride that spot.
Sacramento.
I know. It bums me that I've been there and I never rode that thing. It looks great.
Oh, this isn't the clip. Sorry. My bad.
Shout out to Easy. He does one of my favorite tricks, the backflip
this
T-bog.
one.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was nasty.
Have you ever seen his backflip toboggan?
Yeah.
It's the coolest looking
thing. So he's
really just like boom.
He just did a tiny curve wall to tire slide 180.
That was fucking cool.
Or like Ghost Feeble 180. And he goes to the triple challenges and kills it. So
his
it's
swag,
like
dude.
he can do everything. Kind of, it's sick to see dudes like this. This is a way.
All-terrain vehicles aren't common nowadays.
Yeah,
but they're kind of like, it's kind of turning back into a thing.
That's good.
Like,
I hate the like.
Damn,
what kind of rider are you? You're a street rider,
really?
Dirt rider.
Yeah,
is that San Diego?
That's a Long Beach spot.
Looks like the little curve wall rides at the church in Claremont. Dude. Just a little quick.
Didn't Jero hit that Kirby?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Is the last spot Wall of Life?
I think that spot's still going. I've seen something from that somewhat recently. There's
I mean,
some shit
where
to be
would it
done
go,
there.
really? I mean, it's a giant, it's a parking lot full of fucking banks. What are they
Yeah, they're
gonna
not
Oh, I
building
think
condos out there. either.
Rooftop and Castillo went there recently for a little throwback sesh.
There's definitely stuff to do there.
Yeah, there's still. I've always wanted to do the
and I
pocket
feel like it's
pocket
been
wall
long.
pegs. No one's done that yet.
Let's go back.
I-
It's been long enough now too, where like you'd be like, "What's been done here?" And it's kind of, I mean, not the basics because
Ice 270.
everything.
There's a lot of shit to be
It's like,
done.
I mean, yeah,
Gnarly
somebody
shit.
A lot of gnarly
three
shit.
table over that thing or something like.
a lot of gnarly shit's been done, but it's like
Isn't it? Is that Wall of Life?
no.
No, that's
Looks
that's in NorCal.
Oh, it is?
That's old
Okay.
Kevin Crawley and rooftop spot.
But yeah, Ezekiel killed it. This whole edit. I mean, I only went like a minute and a half from the end.
He's
so.
on Etnies too.
He's on Etnies too. So
We got a worldwide team going.
volume fast and loud. We don't have a time code for this, but
When are the Fast and Loose dudes going to run out of words to play off of for their names of their videos?
fast and loud.
That was a good one. Fast and loud.
That's a series on TV of car builders.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
Gas monkey dudes.
Yeah,
They're going to give him a cease and desist.
imagine.
I think so. Chris and Jason are definitely working on like their own videos that haven't came out yet. So this could be a lot of leftover footage and older footage, and it's still really good.
I've seen them all together now. They're probably on the next Fast and Loose, like full
Yeah,
length.
Yeah, because that wasn't even a volume. I think like Chris's footage is all on the SE, so this could be like leftover and older stuff. That was sick.
I want to see another Fast and Loose drop of stuff too.
Yes.
So, you know what to
Shout out
expect.
to
8
those
minutes
boys.
of just ripping, basically.
Volume and demolition got a big facelift.
Yep.
And it's looking cool.
Continuing to cycle down the list of riders becoming TMs and filmers, but they're like nailing it on this one.
Mongoose.
Doing anything with Jason's going to be good.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
50 years of Mongoose, which is incredible too.
Wow.
So
50 years.
this is kind of a breakdown of all the jams and stuff like that they've done, because they did all those crazy ones at Woodward over the years.
Sick.
Then they had the team ones, and then they had the like the video part ones over the years.
The team ones at Woodward before it went video were fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my helmet that I stole from Woodward by accident on that trip. They told us we didn't need to wear helmets. Then finals came around. They're like, "Where's your helmet?"
Ryan Taylor doing a flare drop.
That was huge flare drop. Oh my God, dude.
He was
Jesus.
early chiller on double flares.
Yeah, dude. That was crazy.
This is the one where Peraza almost. I did the camera dodge. Look, there I am in the background again.
Look at you. You've
least
been
you're not
all
on your
over the place
phone.
forever.
Who is that? Who's on? Is that
Alex Colburn
Is it
next
Colburn?
to
Yeah.
Paul Ryan.
Where'd Paul Ryan go? I haven't seen that guy in a while.
I don't know. I feel like we saw some footage of him a couple years ago.
I think he's still cruising, but yeah, he kind of, it was like
Maybe not even a
hard
couple years
fall
ago.
off. Like
Once Mongoose went away, he went away with it.
Mongoose supports some people, like for real.
But yeah, shout out to Mongoose, 50 years. We always talk about how important a role like Mongoose has in BMX of getting
Is
kids
Lee still the
introed.
dude?
Yeah, Lee's still the dude. And then
They have a really solid team. They always have a really solid team. It's like if someone does get let go, they pick someone else up. It's not like they just like
But
they're
they
never
still-
falling apart.
They still don't sell the bikes that the dudes ride to the public, though, right? Is that
they
still
were
a thing?
they released Kevin's frame.
Okay,
they
that's
they did have that, but yeah, the bikes the team is like, it's kind of what I was saying is like the team is meant to, you get a bike at Walmart and you're like, all right, what do I have?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
the culture? What is the who
It's
should
like-
I be looking at? And
Yeah.
it's like you have this team that represents BMX, and they are cool, wholesome people you want to be involved
Yeah,
with. And
it's like
so-
Hyper. I always like
Yeah.
they have a mountain bike team. You can't get the bikes, but
Yeah.
you get the Walmart special.
So checking in with Dak, just a life catch up and about.
This was the kind of the main project, though, was doing the shirt, and then I just was like, well, I'll draw some other options.
Can we get a
as well.
tally of
Anybody
Dak
isn't
video
really feeling
parts?
this one.
That would be
Definitely.
insane to know, like legitimate videos that he's done. It's got to be in the 30s or more.
I don't know,
That'd
but
be honestly a fun
actually-
night podcast.
We talked about it because
Watching
he said
Dak
he didn't.
videos.
He said he didn't count a lot of them. Remember in the podcast, he's like, yeah, that's not a real video part though.
I get that, but like,
So
That's how many he has. Where he's
yeah, he can stop. He was like, yeah.
ones that he spent more than like few months on. I feel like
and there was the weird in between. Like we both were in that stage where like it was you're filming DVD parts, and then your web edits were like
or your leftovers.
But
they were still sick. But yeah, it wasn't like a
there wasn't
part.
web parts yet, so it was this weird like that's not really a part. It was like this just quick one we filmed in 4 days or whatever.
But to the people watching, they're like, that's a part.
I'm gonna kick on the AC for us. It's getting a little warm in here. You know, we don't have too much time left, but all right. So that was videos. We're moving. I'm proud of us. We actually moved pretty quick through that. So
now we just got some Insta clips.
Insta clips, and then we haven't plugged the hotline in forever. I don't know if there's much on there, honestly, but this dude,
the whole episode. This guy's been killing it, Colombian.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Whoa.
That was so insane. I'm
That's
glad
the
this
last
got put
thing
on
I would
here.
have expected.
It was nice too.
And
like,
he didn't
no
even
stop.
crank it. Like he didn't use pedal pressure for the flip.
I've only seen people like stop like a booba to it, which is impressive as hell. But that was the first
moving.
like that was insane.
He has another one in here. Hopefully I can find it.
I hope this dude
quickly.
gets into the Olympics, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's been a Colombian in there yet. And he's got the skill for it.
Whoa,
I thought he was going back in the quarter.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, that is so sick looking.
He gave idea credit to somebody, to Josh
sick.
Lowry. Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Wow, that was really cool. And sick that he gave credit to that dude.
Yeah.
Because some people just swoop shit and don't say nothing.
So, and I don't know if this is, I feel like this is the first time he's been overseas riding an event because he's always been kind of
seems like he's been getting all over the place lately. But yeah.
I mean, I guess the Feast mini ramp one he was at. But before that, this is the first time he's like kind of been out of his element, which is sick to see him like flourish outside of his
Luis
element.
Rincon, shout out.
So, amazing clip. And then,
that was insane.
Yeah.
I was hoping he landed that when I seen the crash clips of him blasting the homie with the bike.
Beep, beep.
Damn, Josh might be one of the most honorable mentions of August.
Right.
He's been here a bunch.
And then
killing it.
Dude.
Did we have did Malot's thing was it this month or was it last month? I guess we talked about that event.
We only saw it. We just saw it as the highlight,
Yeah,
but
we
he did a
talk about
cork
that, too.
900 to fakie on a step up. People have done the 900 fakie rarely, but the corked one.
He called it a 540 flip.
Okay.
I don't care.
Whatever.
I have
It's
no
fucking
fucking
dope.
idea. I mean, he was pretty upside down, yeah.
That was insane.
Regardless, it was amazing. He's cool. He's got.
I guess it was after there was a lot of controversy in the comments because it wasn't like clarified that he did it after time. So because it was like I think Sandoval won the best trick with like a flare triple whip or
and then
something.
the internet was mad,
yeah. Which is insane. But yeah, then people were like, why, you know, instead of asking a question, getting angry.
Regardless,
like the Tony Hawk
flare
900.
triple whip's insane too.
Yeah, we'll since we mentioned it, we'll go through that real quick.
A real quarter pipe, like flare triple whip's probably more.
Sandoval's in an exclusive group of the minimal people that have ridden for multiple big energy drink companies. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I remember the switch to Monster felt so weird to me, but now
it seemed like home
normal.
to me.
Yeah.
I was like, that's where it should have been from the start.
Yeah. You had crazy Red Bull trip in the thing, and I forgot to do it. What was that? It was a Garrett's trip.
It was just a news thing. I just thought the video was going to be insane because it was like Garrett, George, Bruno,
Courage.
I'm probably missing a couple people.
Yeah.
And they just went all over Europe filming.
Really?
Doing cool stuff.
I
haven't seen a Red Bull like BMX trip in a while, so you know they're going to go nuts for it. I think Maddie Lambert was filming.
Oh, that's awesome.
As part of it, so it's going to be good.
Was there like a destination, or was it just a street street?
It looked kind of road trippy.
And they just
looked street
looked like
based.
they flew into the like northern Europe area in summertime, all the way down to Simple Sessions.
Sick. Yeah, that's awesome. Looking, I mean,
it looked like it was like at least a 10-day trip. Like it was a long one.
I would love to see some more.
Something's coming out of it.
Yeah.
This was sick.
Yeah.
This just opened up my eyes to like, whoa, you can do that grinding now.
Yeah, right.
You know, like
That
it's crazy
is
to see
true,
something like that. Like, oh, okay, so now someone's gonna do this trick on a ledge
I
while
could
moving.
see, ice hard 180,
Yep.
back ice, like that'd be crazy.
Jordan's gonna do it on a rail in a year.
Fuck.
Probably already did it by accident on something.
Yeah. So that's Davey Osgood again. So no sweater over.
Oh,
the
that's
seat.
him. Okay.
Yeah, you don't recognize him because there's no sweater over the seat.
You got a fresh
Shout
seat
out to that
day.
trick.
Yeah.
And shout out to whoever does it first while moving. Because I bet a lot of people in their head are like, okay, that's a trick.
And then this.
That was fucked.
Oh my,
that's a dream setup. I'm stoked he did that so proper and spun out. He could have not done the 180 and it still would look like the coolest thing ever. And he did the 180.
The Rich.
That angle right there is just insane looking.
Rich's clip that he posted, it's gonna be. Oh geez.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You got to turn your head. This was in Lima, Peru, and the cops were. It was such a sketchy area that the cops were there to make sure we didn't get robbed. Very nice of them. It didn't seem like a sketchy area, but the cops were like, "Yeah, we're gonna stay here."
Yeah, right here, the comment from
Luigi.
Yeah.
Shout out to Luigi. Did we ever talk about his? I don't think I was on that news podcast where he did an amazing trip through South America.
Is that him?
Epic. That's Luigi. Yeah. Shout out to Luigi. He was our tour guide out there and kept us safe.
The one that
it never even seemed sketchy. You never know.
The 2 or 3 that Dan pops like the full 3 out. Oh my god! Like
that's what he was going for.
He's so
I'm
steezy and so fucking sick. And you can see how committed he is to it, where it's like he almost lands on his face.
So the dog pissed on his bag. It was like a dog park, and Rich was having more fun filming all the people. Lacey was not stoked on that.
I'm sure.
Fucking Rich.
When I think of Rich, I just think of when he drugged himself by accident at your house when he ate one of Lacey drank one of Lacey's smoothies, or it was something.
Ate a weed smoothie?
Something on accident. No, they fucking spiked him. They did that on purpose.
The Lacey Rich dynamic is actually insane.
Yeah, they made like weed smoothies and gave Rich one, and he that would be terrible. That would suck. Oh, that one.
That's so sick. One time I woke up in the morning and took like 3 Advil PMs, and I didn't know it. And I was like, what the? And I was like at somebody's house, and I just didn't put it together. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Did you ever hear the story of
where the hell was Anto? Because he was on this trip, and Rich just kept filming me and Delecki. Anto must have been like hiding in a bush or something.
Did you ever hear the story of...
Come on, we're all like, film him.
Augie had a birthday, and they made a weed cake, and it was at this bar in L.A., like a skater bar, and Heath Kirchhart ate some of the cake, and he hasn't like smoked weed or like been sober forever, and he got so fucking high off of it.
Oh shit! The pull back over. But yeah, this. I guess we invested so much, and
we got to see him land it.
We're literally watching a sideways video for like 2 minutes.
Rich is the only
follow
one
Rich on Instagram.
Honestly,
Rich puts out really good shit on his Instagram now, which is surprising because he never used to.
His post the other day where he asked Instagram to stop taking down his posts.
Probably fucking got naked girls on him.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I mean, on my phone, and this doesn't bother me at all. I appreciate it.
When it's a Rich video, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm turning this thing sideways and gonna watch it. Yeah, Lacey.
So amazing. It was cool to see all those tries and all that stuff. Hopefully maybe you could ever see Rich like doing a Calvin style one where he's a voiceover and stuff.
It ain't gonna be his voice.
Yeah.
Dude, I went on a trip with Rich, and he was just like showing us around and shooting photos, and every time I pointed my camera to try and get a photo of him, he'd fucking hide.
Yeah.
So funny. I want to see another Rich part.
Yeah.
His like dig ones. I know he's got to have some random clips he's been stacking.
No, he doesn't ride anymore.
Really?
He rides, but he got knocked out, and then never really. He got knocked out on that curve wall.
That curve wall.
I'm sorry, I'm talking.
Oh, the New York one.
Yeah. And then that screwed him over to film, and then. After that, he was kind of like, I can't
get hurt. What do you mean it screwed him over to film?
Because he was filming that trip and he got hurt. And he's like, I can't really get hurt on trips anymore. Like, kind of give him a reality check. And then once he moved, he never really found like a local park to ride. So now he's just like, I don't know.
That makes sense.
That's real. I don't know how the fuck you did that.
If you've never been to Tel Aviv before, you should go. And just seeing the stuff that Rich has done around town is like absolutely like he's showing us around.
His video parts
like,
are forever.
The shit
classic.
That you did's crazier than all the stuff that we're trying to do here.
That should be a good re-up.
We could do that. We could literally talking about the members one. We're like Rich Foreign, and you just go.
Yeah,
you know, like we could just talk. We could just do that. So
we could just do that one in general for fun one night. Drink some Dales and just say words and go crazy.
Logan, alley-oop opposite double downside whip.
And speaking of getting rid of his park, like he has this accessible. He has the Binley Park. He has the hot box. There's like a new training ground. He's probably like, I don't need this ramp anymore.
Did they keep the Olympic course that they built for the last one?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's the one that Jay rides a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
The outdoor one, but
no, they have the indoor one.
they have.
it is outdoor.
They
It is
got the
outdoor.
hot box
Yeah,
like a straight
yeah,
training ground.
Yeah. And Jay had some stuff recently that was
Logan,
like,
you're sick.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Jay's a great Instagram to follow. Look at it. He's crazy, dude.
What is that?
It's a backflip off that thing.
Oh my god, he almost
I never seen
hit it
that.
again.
He posted it today, I think.
Oh, that was 11 hours ago. Shout out to
Dude, he almost head grinded on the way out. That's gnarly.
the bar. Look at the bar end.
Oh my god. Jay's a savage. He's one of my favorite Instagrams to follow.
He's been in the scene forever. I remember when he first showed up at Dew Tour,
Yeah.
and you're like, who the fuck is this kid?
His first web video, the aspect ratio was off, and it made it look like he airs high, but it made it look like he goes
Like stretched.
like physics is not real high. It looked insane. I was freaking out until I figured out that it was like, oh, it's the aspect ratio.
So that must be the Olympic course?
This is the Olympic.
That's another
course, I think.
one of those parks they have to ride.
Maybe. I don't know. No, it's different.
Yeah.
Eh,
It's a
it says
feast course.
feast.
I think they did a contest there.
I mean, dude, they have so much shit. Maybe that is it. Yeah, that giant spine.
They probably just rearrange it.
Did it say
Yeah,
feast or did
resin.
it say fist? And we just thought it said feast.
No, it said fees. They did a contest there. Or maybe it said fist. Fees.
Fees,
There it is.
all right. It says new outdoor course 1 week ago.
Dude, it might be a different one.
Yeah, this is the one that he had something.
When he kept going for like flare triple whips for like 3 days in a row. It was pretty crazy to follow.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and then that's the trick that Daniel did, which gives it a
He's
little
really
more.
sending that.
It's crazy you need a bike that light to do the trick, but then it seems hard to hang on to it and land it when it's like there's like nothing there. It's like featherweight.
I know nothing.
It like loops out like like it's a
how
toy,
short it
you
is,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah. So, shout out to Jay.
His bike doesn't even look light though. It looks pretty like beast. Jet the gyro and stuff still, but it's probably really
Yeah,
light.
and then more park shit, I guess. But
That park is crazy. Oh, that's not even that park is crazy. But there's one in Russia that's probably one of the Russian
Dude,
parks.
I mean,
They have so many good indoor parks.
just crazy how you know, like oh yeah.
Because the Olympics is a thing, and people know the
And
tricks they have to do to get into it.
Let's see, Darren Reed's always got the fucking wildest, funny takes on dude, now chill out of the tricky McFlippy and go outside. We just need a flat parking lot, and we're gonna try and get comfortable pedaling.
God. So crazy.
Relax, Fox. No, I understand when you're flip whip
Who
trip
is that,
dip
Darren
flipping.
Reed?
Darren Reed, yeah, you can't
Just going
relax.
off on
That's
this
the point. We don't need gymnastic somersaults. We're not looking for a score. This is BMX. It means self-expression. It's your art. We've fumbled a bit on quality control for a while now, but we need to tighten up. The mouth guards, top tube jerseys, try the most tricks in one. Trash it. Imagine if skateboarding didn't keep the quality track in dudes and are out there trying to backflip, triple kickflip, wearing mouthpieces and skinny belly shirt, t-shirt, jerseys. Ricky Bobby BMX.
Jesus.
I'm not saying I completely agree, but thank you for the entertainment, Darren. I would love for Darren to come down and do the podcast. I actually love him. He's fucking hilarious. So,
I mean, it's pretty crazy to watch that clip and go off like that.
Yeah,
It's like
he's always got a crazy take.
Maybe
That's what I mean.
A couple beers in on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
having some fun. But
something a bit different. Adam Booth, which maybe did you ever shoot with Booth, or was it before your time?
Yeah, before my time.
Okay, he
I
was
think.
a staple BMX Plus photographer.
Look at some of this OG stuff.
Yeah, amazing photos.
Dave
that,
Young. Look
like,
at that bull.
The Lee pipes.
Dave Young's house in San Diego. That was off of El Cajon Boulevard.
Wow.
It like literally
That is
in the hood.
such a cool
I drove,
flashback.
I drove there when I was like 17, and I'm like, I have never been to this part of San Diego before.
Dude. I got to meet him at his bar in Nashville, and I was like fucking stoked.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Dave Young was my Dave Young and
then
Brian
Josh
Castillo are my
Hino,
favorite
dude.
riders. Like at that phase of my life. So.
I love Josh Hino too. There's like three: Matt Hoffman, Dave Young, dude, legends. Josh Hino, Fuzzy, Lavin.
Yeah.
Is that Lavin?
That is Lavin. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's Alan Cook. Look
Oh,
at him.
good.
Oh.
I was gonna say I don't
Holy
remember
shit.
Lavin ever wearing a full face.
Yeah.
I don't even remember AC wearing a full face until he rode like
I don't remember
Mega
that
Ramp.
either. Yeah, you're right.
That's Lime Ridge, dude. Those are the trails that I grew up going. The first pro I ever saw, I might have talked about this before, was Alan Cook at those jumps, and I was like, dude, that's the guy from X Games.
Look,
That's
there's
sick.
Christian in the background.
Yeah, right. That would be amazing.
That's the Alan.
Alan
that
has
we
a
recognize
good nothing.
more. Yeah. Dude, such cool photos to circle
Wow,
through. Beautiful
man.
photo of
It's
Dave.
all these
That's like the
legends.
quintessential, like, I
That's
think
a
of
nice
that photo.
photo.
Yeah.
And that's Mikey?
So, that's sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Underground legend.
So,
Chase? What?
Mira.
Was that Mira doing a nose pick?
Dude, that ramp. Too.
Oh my God. That is like the sickest nose. Well, you got Asado in the mix, but that's one of the sickest nose picks.
That's
a huge nose
Asado
pick.
is Canadian guy.
Yeah. I was kind of putting
not
them together.
so much.
Not so much as a. It's like he's like
He was like
foot jamming
whipped
up
to
there.
nose picks and stuff, but like just a straight nose pick's a different story.
That is one of the nicest just OG nose picks I've ever seen. Edwin. That's on the base Brooklyn roof.
Oh, I got
So,
another.
it
I
looks
got,
like
a,
it
Gary.
I got a juicy
Yo.
topic for the
on a
members
Dirt
only.
All right. So shout out to Adam Booth. I know he's also going through some health issues that he's posted about. So hope all that stuff and he is healthy and his family is good and all that stuff. It's awesome to see this amazing catalog of photos
Yeah,
that
you should
exist.
start selling prints of that stuff.
that Big
Look at
Island?
that burn.
Yeah,
Big Island right there. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, there's he honestly needs to post more, but
Go all the way.
That
down
might be the
list.
worst farmer's tan and sunburn I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
Wow, that's really fucking dope.
So
What's that backflip over a ditch? Wow,
it's
that's
Ariaga.
pretty cool.
I think it's kind of slow, but
That's some. That is sick. He
Yeah.
blasted that. Oh my
Probably
God.
broke the landing on.
so
I like that. Cool.
and then we got about like 10 more videos. This one was
Oh, buddy. Dude, that's like a lake jump crash
Ooh. Ooh.
with no leg. He needed the Velcro.
yeah, he did the Spider-Man status. Where is he? Is it on Reels? I think I'm like zoomed in. It's always hard to. But watches the clip. Just to give him proper redemption here.
God.
Look at that course.
Yeah, what
the
is
background,
happening
like,
in the
what is-
background there?
People got training facilities. They're slacking on the U.S. with this stuff. Nice.
Yeah. So
Insane.
pretty funny. This dude was sick. Mid school.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chris
Chris
Ariaga.
Ariaga. Yeah, right there.
I don't think I've ever
Nice.
manualed up or down a quarter pipe like that. That's insane.
Damn,
sick.
that was sick. I didn't see that. This guy's got a nice style.
It looks like
Ooh.
early 2000s mini ramp.
Yeah,
rider.
it is.
Sick.
He's like his whole
So solid.
channel is like. Let's see.
Shout out to the Japanese scene. There's so much
Is
talent.
he the
coming
dude that
out of
went
there
on
right now.
Project X?
No.
No,
That dude.
but
has
he's
some cool-
just got fucking awesome style. He rides a sick ramp all the time.
That is a cool looking ramp. Even
yeah.
the view out the window. Like,
just rips like a good table and some steezy threes and turn downs and stuff like that. I went deep on his Instagram and it's just super enjoyable. So
I love the look of like a longer bike.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's super apparent for some reason with him.
Because he's a short dude. He doesn't-
Yeah, with
Yeah.
a long bike.
Most short people are on these like teeny little micro bikes.
But shout out to Yuta. Definitely wanted to
That
give him a
manual
little
was
bit of love. Yeah,
Definitely deserving.
and then
Matthias.
this one was pretty. Did you see look how many likes it has?
Where do you see the legs?
Did
down
David
the
Beckham
bottom.
repost it?
I don't know, but there was like news articles about it and stuff like this, like and Matthias like reposted like, all right, it's gone too far.
That's amazing.
Even how it like is.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Dude, his whole family is like so diehard Flatland too. His kids are insane.
Yeah.
Like they're the future of flat landing. Whoa.
Seth
That was
Kinrow.
so sick. How
Yeah.
Those don't look like they should line up at all.
Uh-uh.
Maybe if it was a left side rail.
But Seth constantly killing it on Instagram and just, I mean,
all bikes and motorcycles.
and his caption was I'll let I'll let other people read it, but it's just some solid words with some amazing bike riding from, you know, a lifer and a legend. It was just it just is Garrett in there. Today the internet was blessed, you know. So 41 years old, like just ripping.
So
no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, so it's always all types of bikes too, and just like
Fairdale dirt jump bike.
Yep.
Fairdale dirt jump bike.
Yep.
Like such cool fucking just.
Yeah, who would think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the lords of street. It's so good to see him healthy.
Solo, just sliding around a park.
He had a stint where he was unhealthy for a while, right? So
well, he had vertigo issues.
Huh.
I think I think we talked about it a while ago, but yeah, he had vertigo issues that were like plaguing him for a while. So
fuck, they were just riding together the other day. That's so sick.
That too. So
shout out to Corey.
But yeah, sick to see Seth kill it. Sick to see Corey killing it too. So
hell yeah.
And then a couple more and we're done. And I gotta pee again. What's wrong with me? Throwback.
What a throwback.
Yeah. Speaking of Seth,
we got there. He pretty much made up his mind.
Dude,
to do it.
Brad.
He did it.
Definitely one of the most iconic street wall rides.
The distance.
And dude, that would have been crazy if it was a concrete landing, but
That'd
the
been
cheese
crazy if you had a
grater,
kicker
like
go over the
metal
rail.
thing.
It would have been
He had
crazy.
to
Yeah.
fucking bunny hop that bar height rail into that thing, dude.
I was gonna say it would be crazy if there was no rail.
It'd be crazy if there was no rail. That's what I was like trying to say. Like that rail is so.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Everything he goes so much higher than the rail on the hop. He goes so much further
One
than
of
the
those
bank.
clips,
like,
you know,
dude.
one of those clips. It'll never get old.
Sure enough, as soon as we got there,
I wonder where Brad would rank this. Like, this is the best thing I'll ever do on my bike, Brad Sims. Like, I wonder where he actually ranks it.
I mean, it'd probably be there with
interesting
Rincon, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I don't.
What do you hold on before you just saw that? What do you think he's gonna do over that?
I don't know what he's doing. Is he going into that curve wall ride? No fucking way. What is that curve wall ride at the skate park?
Oh, Jesus. Dude. The last thing I'd ever want to do. Why was that so smooth?
What's up with
that? Looks
curve
fun.
wall ride thing?
That thing looks awesome, right?
It's like a berm.
Is that like a forklift quarter pipe?
Yeah.
Looks like it could
I
raise
don't know. Yeah, it looks like it can.
Shout out to that. I thought he.
Dude, imagine if he clipped his back wheel on the way up.
This is the same dude that he's got this. He's got chiseled absicles, but he also did. He was the one that did this. Yeah,
this dude's sick.
You don't want to hurt his modeling career.
Wow. Jesus. He's down with a flip. What a beast.
And that was 47. Yeah, he's chilling on the post, but just only bangers and abs. Do you, dude? I'm just
poking. Is Japan, right?
Yeah, I guess he's in Japan.
This is such a nice clip.
Dude, I was tripping on this. It's like, how is he fucking still getting so much better on every bike?
Sergio's in the 40 plus club too, right? Or is he? Nah, he's not that old.
He fucking ages.
He doesn't age. That's what I'm saying. But he might be 50. Just keeps getting better and better. No, Sergio's probably like what, 38 or something.
I'll look it up.
Because I grew up watching him when I was young, and he was already making video parts, and he's fine wine.
Yeah.
Getting better and better and better.
And him on a mountain bike too. Like he's jumping in and doing
it's crazy to see the
big shit on big jumps. Like he's not just like Steez dude like cruising. Like he's fucking insane.
I mean, he's not really Steez dude cruising on a BMX either.
Well,
he just
no,
makes
but
it
like,
look like
he could just keep it chill and people would love his riding, but he's like doing big shit and making it look good.
He's just one of those dudes. Probably good at fucking everything. He could probably like knit super good or something. You know, like any random thing that he just like applies himself to. He just like makes it stylish and fucking.
Is he a van lifer? Like he's always cruising around his van all the time? I don't know why I thought that.
There's a lot of shit in Europe that I think he
just gets out to everything.
Yeah, like this is a jam.
I'm sure he has a house, but I just picture him like such a cool dude, just cruising around in his van or something, hitting all this stuff.
Dude, I've known Sergio I just had a flashback of like driving around San Diego when I was like 22 and riding that giant Olympic pool on 54th. There's like an 11-foot face.
I remember hearing about that
and
one.
He's
so good,
aired it 7-8 feet out, and I was just like shooting photos like, this is fucking insane. Like nobody's ever aired this thing more than 2 feet.
He probably
He's going
didn't
like
speak
7
English
feet.
yet.
No, he barely spoke English. Yeah. It was awesome. he talks about it, like we like get all nerd out and like, remember when we hung out? Like,
because he was like a generation or two below Ruben, huh?
I don't know. He's
I think
definitely
like
Ruben's little buddy.
Yeah. Let's see. 23. Let's see if 23 Mag comes into the.
I want to know how old he is.
If anybody doesn't know about 23 Mag,
85.
85. So he's 4 years younger than I am. So he's 39.
39.
Yeah, 39. Yeah.
He looks like he's
so
like
good.
21.
If anybody doesn't know about this website, I hope this website
23 Mag.
never ever goes away. It is a absolute resource of
sick.
like, let alone birthdays, but you could click on. I wonder if you're in here. You may be too young to be in here. No, you don't have a link though.
I got my
But
birthday.
I mean,
right?
like just gives you the rundown of,
yeah.
and this is what I guess I came to this site. I was looking at this site for Asato.
I think it gives you knowledge on parts and companies too. I want to say I've looked something up and it comes up on there.
It's got tricks, it's got publications, the whole thing, history. Like, it's super, super cool. So this and the other resource that maybe people don't know about is BMX Movie Database. So if it comes, okay.
That's a hard one to keep up to date with nowadays, but when they're actual movies.
Server.
What? Okay. Well, Movie Database is amazing as well. You can search people and all the videos that they've been a part of, and like full parts, etc., etc. So, all right. Was that Sergio? I think I need to find my place again. Yes, 2 more, and then we're done.
Clip. That park looks so sick.
We did not do 2 hours, but such is life.
It's okay.
That was insane.
Wildness.
Casey Starling.
Like, already the
From
craziest
Kink.
thing ever. Andy 180 out.
Yeah. Kink 30 clip, and then this.
Dude, this
is insane. Dude.
Wow, he's actually flying. This and then
and
those,
just to transfer over like that on a flip.
Yeah.
Is that where Diogo used to ride?
I don't know.
Yes.
Are these like the Brazilian jumps that
was
were
the
on the
that
ride
was the
cover?
It was a ride cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's always been Leandro's trails.
Yeah.
I love
the most impressive thing about this is when you convert the translation, overcoming my fears.
Yeah. No,
which
that
is
was
crazy
not-
because if you...
That was not chill, no matter if you're even
Leandro,
as good as Leandro.
Thinking about Leandro being scared is like... is unfathomable. Like all those, like the triple challenge and all that stuff, like even at X Games this year,
That was
people
insane,
were like,
though, to flip. Like, that's something that you can't really practice.
That's a stunt.
Yeah, no,
Like,
of
flip
course.
transfer. There's not too many. God damn, it's insane.
He's just so gnarly that it's like, at X Games it's windy and people are like waiting for the wind and he's like, fucking go! Like he's just like,
Dude.
he's just like goes, he doesn't even take a beat and then just drops in, and everybody's like waiting like 2 minutes, waiting for the right time for the wind, and he's like, fuck, come on!
X Games needs to make courses like that again. Remember the old ones where there's 2
transfers.
roll-ins
Yeah.
and like Brian Foster's threeing from one
People
into
would
the other
tweak.
set? Like,
People would tweak out on seeing transfers like that.
dude, that's the
So,
thing. Like, I don't get what they're doing. Like, these guys can do
Tricks.
these tricks,
Show these tricks
on even cooler looking setups.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's true.
Like,
So,
if you build it, they'll do it. If you
build
build a straight 3-pack, then they will just keep pushing the limits of what
Yeah.
you can
More
do in the
contests,
air.
so instead of like telling, the whole thing we talk about a lot is like, how could X Games be better? It's like, screw it. Not screw
X
X
Games
Games.
is-
X
someone
Games
needs to
does what
just
it does.
go do
Like, there
theirs.
needs to be more stuff.
Yeah,
People
that's
need to
always
put it
the
in
only
their
thing.
hands.
Yeah, don't get mad at X Games for doing X Games type shit.
But,
not saying you're mad, but
no,
the
but
pundits.
it is X Game. Like, they're the ones that started the 2 lines next to each other.
That is true.
So
That
like
is
they
true, yeah.
created it and then they took it away from us.
Well, yeah, we probably
Okay,
missed
X
a
Games,
million
go back
things.
to X
Yeah,
Games.
go back to your old X Game shit.
But that's it for the list. As always, all the links are in here. If we miss something, call Dennis and let him know.
Let me know, because I want to see more stuff. but
DM Christian like he did to the Olympics announcer.
That was a good month, though.
yeah.
A lot of shit happened. A lot of stuff's coming up.
Lot of
Summer
shit.
months are crazy.
And so look for our Battle Hastings coverage if you don't want to watch the live stream or you don't wake up early. And NORA Cup.
Don't check Instagram
stuff.
when you wake up if you didn't
Don't
watch
check
the live
Instagram.
stream.
Yep, don't ruin it for yourself.
Yeah, true.
And thank you guys for coming. Thank you to Christian. Thank you to Dennis. Always.
Shout out to everyone on here, killing it. Everyone we missed.
Dale's
and
Source. We got Santee next week coming out, and then we'll
Yes.
get some other podcasts going. As I heard, I got 4 trips in the next 4 weeks.
Next month's going to be another good one.
Yeah, but we'll get some podcasts done. I promise. So.
X Games Japan.
Yeah, I got
Battle of Hastings.
I got nowhere
One of
thing,
the
but
17.
that's only one day, so I'm literally out Friday night, back Sunday morning, and then I have X Games Japan, and then I have like maybe a week off, and then that core event, and then maybe the Cash Up in Australia or something, or China Feast or something. I don't know.
Well, we got at least a Santee podcast. Hopefully, we get another
we'll
one.
Get some more
in there.
Yeah, we'll get some more. Hit us on the ideas, and then if you made it this far, the hotline. I don't even remember the name of it.
See you guys next week for Santee's podcast.
That's it. Fuck it. No hotline number for you.
Love you guys. BMX.
Thank you.
Oh wait, we had a. What was that? We were like, we're gonna end it on something.
What?
We were talking about some edit that was crazy. Can't remember. Fuck it.
I think we talked about everything on there.
Yeah, we did. But we were talking about some edit, and I was like, ooh, we should end it on that edit.
Hotline number is 619-784-8126.
Later, y'all.
Call it. Peace. Oh, sorry. I feel like I smell really bad.
Can I grab a couple of these?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I figured.